Welcome to Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup. I'm your host, Jason Bland, and tonight we have guests Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. Yes, if you've watched the show over the last 7-8 years, then you know who Katrina Cooper is. Sadly, her partner in crime, my other paranormal mama out there, Rody Speake, was supposed to join us tonight, but she is not feeling well. And we want to wish her the best and quick recovery. Rody, we love you. We'll get her back on, I'm sure, for the Halloween show this year. As a tradition, we always have Katrina Cooper and Rody Speake on. But no, Rody, get better tonight. We miss you. We love you. But we do have Katrina with us tonight, and we will be taking your phone calls later in the show to join the conversation. But also, for like a mini reading from Katrina, she always blows me away when she does these readings. From 8 years ago when we first had her on, one of my first guests, and she blew me away. The first time I ever met her, before I even had her on the show, I met her in person. She's an incredible medium. When I talk to people, ask me about what I'm looking for a medium, I'm interested. This is who I recommend right away. First, number one is Katrina Cooper. Not just because she's a friend, it's because I truly believe in her abilities. And we got a lot of weird to get to, so much weird to get to. So we got to get rolling into the show. So let's go ahead and get heading on into it. Welcome to another night of Paranormal Soup. As I said before, I'm your host, Jason Bland. Tonight's guest is Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. Sadly, her our partner in crime, as I call her, my paranormal mama, Rody Speake's not feeling well, will not be joining us tonight, but we will get her back on. How you doing tonight, Katrina? I'm so glad to finally have you back on the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. You know I love you, and Rody's doing fine, and thank you for taking me without her.
Of course. I would take either one of you without each other, but I have to admit, it isn't the same without the both of you. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it isn't. But it's still great to have you here. I didn't want to miss having you on the show because it's been so long. And you're going to be in my town. September 8th to the 17th, you're going to be around this area in LaPorte County. And you have a show, a sold-out show.
I do.
On the 16th.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. And we're definitely gonna have to. We'll try to make it work. Try to get together when you come, because I know the kids miss you. Susan misses you. Yeah. We want to see you.
I remember them as being tiny little ones.
Well, you were there when she was pregnant with
And I told her about your second one, Liam.
Right. Well, when she was pregnant with Liam.
Yes,
Yeah,
when she
that's
was
when you met.
I hadn't met her yet.
Yeah. Well, let me test this because I got Rob joining late. Hey, Rob, I just want to make sure your stream's working. How you doing tonight, bud? You're muted.
Doing good.
Doing good. Just want to make sure your sound was good. I know.
I want to
Thank
be
you.
down
Thank
by
you.
Rob's place too in November.
Right. I want to be in Florida.
Cool.
I want to go to Florida again. I miss it. Joining us as always too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say. Also want to say hello, Jamie. I didn't get the usual introductions. Jamie Dameless. All right. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
I was going to tell Katrina, hopefully it won't be like 150 degrees when you get here in November.
Well, it's kind of like we're at 120 ourselves. So.
Oh, well, okay. Then
We've been hitting 105 every day in Houston, and we haven't had no water either. So.
Yeah, but you guys won't get any snow. So, all right, guys, we got to roll into. We have it every Sunday. Is the World Wide Web of Weird. Tonight on the World Wide Web of Weird, I have a bonus story because it came today, and I already had my news story. So this is not really Article 1, number 1 story. I just have an update. You remember the lady on the plane we had on the World Wide Web of Weird, and everybody talked about on social media that went crazy? Or she saw something. She looked totally frightened. Well, she's come out and made a public statement after her court records revealing her identity to be Tiffany Gomez. And it's not all that you hope. For those listening on the Paranormal Soup Radio Network, we are a webcast. We stream out live to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch every Sunday night, but you can stay around and just listen. And I apologize last Sunday for anybody who was listening. I had an update on my computer. I didn't realize changed my audio drivers, and you were only hearing me. Yeah, that happened last Sunday on the radio network. I am so sorry. It is fixed. It should be fixed. I've checked the audio. We should be all good. All right, let's get to that. First, I don't have a picture or article for this, and I can't play the video because it's from TMZ, but I will give an update on that. Tiffany Gomez, the lady was like, saying that person's not real down the plane. Her statement basically it's basically an apology statement for her conduct and activity, and I get that. But she does not reveal or talk about what she saw or why she acted that way. Sums it up. That's all we know. All right, just an update on that. But let's get to the actual first article tonight. I thought this was really interesting. Scientists suggest that humans could a scientist suggests that a human could theoretically live for 20,000 years. Well, if you read the Bible, a lot of those people did. If you get the Sumerian stuff and the Egyptian gods, yes, this is possible, right? Mankind has been obsessed with gaining immortality for thousands of years, but even despite the incredible advances in science and medicine achieved over the last few centuries, our species still remains just as vulnerable to the aging process as our ancestors were millions of years ago. In the not-too-distant future, however, advances in medical technology could very realistically offer the opportunity to turn back the clock and might eventually be able to stop it entirely. Enter João Pedro Magajes. I so butchered that, I'm sure. Professor of molecular biogerontology at the Institute of Inflammation and Aging at the University of Birmingham, England, by studying the genomes of the long-lived animals such as bowhead whales and naked mole rats. Wow. He has determined that by eliminating aging on a cellular level, it should be possible for humans to live for thousands of years, possibly even as much as 20,000 years. There is one catch, though. Such a feat would require scientists to reprogram ourselves, something that is currently impossible with today's technology. Oh, just wait. They'll do that. Actually did some calculations years ago and found that if we could cure human aging, average human lifespans would be more than 1,000 years. Maximum lifespans barring accidents and violent death could span as long as 20,000 years. I would say, people are like, do you want to live forever? Do you want to live forever? I can do my Freddie Mercury impression there, but I always say no. But longer, yes. But 20,000 years is almost like forever. I mean, that's a long time. But you read like some of the people in the Bible live 900, 800 years, and they're like Egyptian gods living for thousands, or Sumerian gods that ruled. People might have lived longer back in the day. That's just some people thought that.
How long is too long?
Yeah. This is why maybe they want population control, because they got to get rid of a bunch of us because they want everybody else to live a lot longer. I mean, if everybody lived longer, it's a lot bigger population. But the only people going to get that reverse aging process and live 20,000 years are going to be like the super rich.
Or turn
Just
themselves into like humanoid robots or something.
Yeah.
Brains on a titanium bodies.
Right. Well, the poor's lifespans get shorter. That's about how that's going to go. Okay, let's move on. Another reason humans don't live long because sometimes we just don't have some great ideas. But this is something I worried about Liam doing because he's such a huge Spider-Man fan. Boy allows Black Widow spider to bite him in hopes of turning into Spider-Man. An 8-year-old boy provoked a Black Widow spider into biting him in the hopes of developing superpowers like his hero, Spider-Man. Ouch. The little lad from Vacaloma Ora apartment in Bolivia found the potentially lethal arachnid, which has venom around 15 times stronger than a rattlesnake, under a rock while playing near a river. Ernesto Vasquez, head of the zoonotic disease program for the Department of Health Services, said the child was, without calculating the risk, picked up and according to him, put it on the back of his hand where the arachnid made the respective bite. I hope at this point I don't need to remind you to do not try this at home. You won't end up as a mass web slinger with spidey senses. You could end up dead. Luckily, the boy did not. After the boy had bitten him, the boy popped the spider into a jar and went home. Once back at home, he began to experience aches, severe muscle contractions, and refused to tell his parents about the incident with the Black Widow. However, his condition began to deteriorate, and his mom demanded to know what he had been up to, prompting him to fess up. His big swollen hand might have been a clue. I always worried about, I explained that when Liam watched. When I thought of this article, I explained to Liam, just so you know, it's a radioactive spider, and I don't think that would ever happen, and you don't want a spider to bite you. I had a dumb idea when I was a little kid. I went and took a bunch of stuff out of the medicine cabinet because I thought I could get a superpower.
See, I could see it if another kid talked him into it, like, hey, if you let that spider bite you, you might be Superman. But I can't imagine being a kid and thinking, I'm going to let this
I can imagine exactly being that kid and doing something stupid I did. I'm lucky to be here. Okay, next up. All right, we got some Bigfoot stuff. Now, I don't have the film of this. The great site is the, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. We cover them quite a bit. They have a good website. Let me get their YouTube. You can watch the video there. It's at Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. I just have a couple of screen clips because it's so quick anyways. It's really hard to see. But they think it was peeking out behind a tree. A big research group, a Bigfoot research group out on an expedition searching for the famed cryptid, captured footage of what may be the elusive creature peering out from behind a tree. The intriguing video was reportedly recorded last month by the organization Rocky Mountain Sasquatch as they were exploring what is said to be the Bigfoot hotspot located near the Garnet Mountain Range in Montana. During the visit, the group spotted several tantalizing tracks of 19 inches long footprints seemingly leading to and from a creek. Also heard vocalizations that appear to be coming from a different direction. When they later uploaded the footage from the expedition to YouTube, multiple viewers noticed something rather unusual that made them suspect that perhaps the Sasquatch had been watching the group. And you go watch their video, it's not just this. It's a lot of stuff from their thing, and you see the tracks. And it is, when you watch the video, it's so quick, but it does look like something moves out. And this is what they circle here, and it's peeking one way, and then there's the other one. On the other side, it kind of pokes its head up, but it's so hard. It's so hard to tell.
Oh, so you do see it move.
Yeah.
I
just took screenshots of it. I took screenshots of it because, one, it's their video, and two, it's really hard to see anyways.
Oh, okay.
On here, it would be hard to see. If you're watching yourself, I think you can see it pretty well, but I think it wouldn't come. So I just took the two best shots of where they 2 times they peek out. But it's Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. Like I said, it's a really interesting video. I feel like eventually we got to get closer with all the technology and the people and the interest in Bigfoot to actually proving its existence. Just like the alien things coming down. Who knows? Who knows? Anything's possible. All right, let's move on. because a lot of weird stuff's been happening. Let's move to, I think this is Malaysia. Police officers in Malaysia filmed legendary Pontianak vampire ghost, if I'm saying that right. A police officer in Malaysia captured footage of what he claims to be a legendary vampire ghost known as the Pontianak, if you say that right. According to local media reports, the peculiar video was posted online by an individual identified as Ikmal, who works as a cop in the city of Johor Bahru. While recently out on a patrol with his partner, he said the pair heard some puzzling sounds emanating from the prohibited area. Upon investigating the situation, the two officers were stunned to see an eerie-looking woman dressed in white, and they immediately recognized the figure as a Pontianak, which is a vengeful vampiric spirit that has long been feared in Malaysian folklore. Despite being surprised by what they had encountered, Ikmal pulled out his cell phone to capture the unsettling sighting and subsequently shared the footage on social media, where it quickly went viral, of course. Ikmal says that the incident was the first time he had stumbled upon the Pontianak during a patrol. He indicated that the previous presence of the entity is a recurring aspect of his job. The sound of disturbances is common, especially when on duty at night and early morning. Now, the Providence, this guy supposedly is a cop. I don't have the audio because the only video I have of this, they had some music behind it. I hate that, and half the time it gets you struck. So no music, no sound, but there's this weird sound that's like that going on. Coast to Coast AM has the article, the link to the video if you want to watch it for yourself. But go ahead and play this. So it's hard to see, it's blurry, but it's like a woman, like in the total Grudge movie kind of setup, like dirty white dress, long hair, but it's hard to see, it's so blurry. But the sounds, I wish I could play the sounds. I had that dang music in it because it makes it even creepier. But this is like their lady in white. But they call it like a vampire.
Was there like a light or a reflection in the face for a second?
Maybe they're light. You would think, though, my question is if they're cops, they just film it, they should be getting out and like addressing the situation, not be scared of it. Now, this is a different country. Maybe their police procedures are a little bit different. Maybe their police features, vampire spirit. We don't handle these. Thank you.
Yeah, I see that on the side of the road. I'm not getting out. Sorry.
Right. This job don't pay enough. All right, let's move on. So that was I have another one. I think this is a Malaysian influencer. I love this. A Malaysian influencer. They're influencers. Influencers is a thing. What are you? I'm an influencer. Look at this. Influencer got ghost bombed, supposedly. Popular Malaysian influencer caused her fans to do a double take after she posted a series of photos wherein what appears to be a ghostly figure can be seen behind her. According to a local media report, Armia Khan shared the spooky pictures of her Instagram last week as she was vacationing in Bali, Indonesia. She's seemingly unaware of the eerie anomaly behind her. The influencer simply captured the image. I can't find whatever I'm looking for in my bag. However, some of her social media followers found their eyes drawn to something rather unusual that was lingering outside the window in the photos. The audience in question resembles a figure wearing a long white dress, which many people immediately liken to a legendary vampiric ghost known in Malaysia folklore as a Pontianak. So we got two of these. What is it up with the vampire spirits? See it? You can see like kind of the
just a reflection off of whatever that other reflection is.
Right, because she's an influencer.
Yeah.
Did she influence them? I don't know. Or is this like a new movie coming out in Malaysia that they're like promoting? Wait, there'll be a movie. Give it like a couple months. It
just looks like something covered up with a tarp.
I know, like it could be a coat or something behind her. I like if you see like there's something else to the right of the picture that looks just like it. I don't know what they're talking about. Or it's just as a Malaysian influencer, like she's in because she saw the story and she's posting this up. Gotta get those paranormal likes.
There you go.
I don't know. I just like influence. And I tell you what, Bali is not a place to mess around. I knew a guy that collected rare antiques, and he thoroughly went through the whole Bali experience of being turned into a human slave by some woman there. Like he said magic or potions, whatever, and like yeah, he felt like he barely got out of Bali with his life. I'm like, it looks beautiful.
It looks nice until you find yourself at the bottom of the well.
Well, you just don't, hook up with some stranger. That's what you don't do.
Put some lotion on its skin.
It's not going to be a good time.
All right, let's move on. Because I got to save time for the last one. I need to really move on because the last one's the best one. This one's really cool. This is pretty much explains the universe right now. Buffering. bizarre buffering UFO filmed in New York. Peculiar piece of footage circulating online features a bizarre rotating UFO that observers and myself have likened a buffering symbol. The weird scene was reportedly filmed in the early hours of the morning on July 15th by witness Kevin Gallagher near Barrington Lake in New York's Lewis County. Alas, beyond that, there's scant information concerning the strange sighting, being that it's made the footage possibly building by virtue of the very unusual nature of the anomaly spot on the witness. Go ahead and play it. It's buffering. I think I have a zoom in of it. It's probably hard for people to see here, but it is like the universe buffering. It's like the buffering sound. So you can fast forward to the zoom in, maybe. I don't know how long. There it is. There's the zoom in. See, it's like spinning. It might be hard for people to see. It's like buffering. Hold on. We've screwed the universe up enough here.
It's glitching.
It's glitching. It does. It feels like the universe is glitching. I swear.
That's the glitch in the Matrix.
Well, speaking of glitches in Matrix, I mean, we covered several weeks ago, or a month ago or more, and it happened a few months ago was the Las Vegas UFO incident. You know, with not even UFO incident, alien beings in a backyard incident. There's really no proof there was a UFO except for the meteor. I'm sorry, it looks like a meteor falling down the sky. And I don't know if that is a real incident or not. I think the video footage I've seen is compelling. Doug Papa gave up on it. He basically thinks the kid changed the story too much. I get that. But now, what did I say? I said, watch this. You know, I said a lot of this stuff reminded me like the Brazilian Corrales UFO incident. You know, like, what do we have that again? Another Brazil Corrales UFO? Well, now we do. It's Peru. But the explanation they're giving is a bunch of crap. Have you guys seen this, Jamie, Rob, the stuff going down in Peru?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. According to reports, members of the Iquitu tribe in the rural Peruvian district believe that they have been attacked by 7-foot-tall aliens that have been dubbed Las Pelicaras, or the face peelers. Described as having large heads and yellow eyes, these mysterious assailants are said to be invulnerable to weapons that have been linked to attacks on multiple villages. One victim, a 15-year-old girl, even ended in a hospital. Some of the locals now taken to conducting night patrols, and there have been calls for military to get involved. Well, that did happen. I'm going to just cut the chase so we can get to the video. Let me get the video up because I don't want to run out of time. So, yeah, the military got involved. Now, there should be a video I have in there. Do you see a video?
Let me double check that. I didn't see it.
Did I not upload it? I'm going to the world away, but wait now to see. I did not. Oh my God. How did I not upload that?
Yeah, I just had that picture that I threw up.
Here, I'll just save this. This is one of them. I have a better one, and I must have not done it. I'm going to save it right now. It'll be movie 189. It'll come up there in a second. Be 8 seconds long. This is just like 8 seconds zoomed in on this thing. Anyways, there's videos of this. These villagers, you know, had this. It started with a 15-year-old girl coming out of the woods, have her neck cut and traumatized, and the villagers went out with their guns. Saw men with these round, floaty boots. They had these boots that were like roundish and had blinking red lights, and they said they floated into the trees. This is the translation we're getting from the news report. All the Peruvian news people actually took it really seriously. The news agencies down there took it really seriously. So the military goes down, and they say, all right, it should be in the Dropbox now. It's like movie 189. The military says, because they see these things, that it's miners, that they're legal gold miners in the area, which there is a history of this in the jungle, where miners will come in and take the local legends and try to scare people out of an area so they can illegally mine. And it also poisons their water, and it can be bad the way they do their mining. So they try to scare villagers away. The problem I have with that explanation, and I've seen official media now taking that, some of the podcasts saying that's what it's explained. I saw Coast to Coast had their articles saying it's explained away. I don't see proof of that. Did they arrest anybody? Because why would gold miners invest in jetpacks? Because that's what the military says. Oh, they had jetpacks. The miners did. That's a big investment.
Or having their faces like ripped off.
Yeah, they found somebody with their face peeled. That's what started the face peeler thing. That happened weeks before this girl turned up. I think there was a body found with its face peeled off was the other thing. Go ahead and play the video. It's only 8 seconds. I don't have the full one. But this is like a zoom in of the creature they believe is in the tree. They're trying to shine their flashlight on it. but it's still ongoing. The villagers are still saying they're being attacked even after the military leave.
Like, what do they
from
have
what
to
I'm hearing.
gain by, if they were to hoax this, what do they have to gain from it?
I wonder if the video is in there, Rob, and I just didn't title it. I think it is.
I hadn't seen this video, though.
Peru alien movie. Go to Peru alien movie. Go to Peru alien movie. Sorry. Yeah, like a couple minutes. I just didn't retitle it. I'm so sorry, Rob.
That's all right.
Peru alien movie, I should say.
There we go.
See. Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, this is a little bit longer, and I do some zoom-ins more, I think, on this, but yeah, I couldn't play the audio because there was music again on this one, somebody else's music, and I'm like, I just want to hear the sounds of the people. You hear them yelling. There's another video, I didn't find it, but I saw it on one stream of them shooting, like guns going off into the jungle. It's very much described like the Predator. Like this thing will cloak. They say they have like blackish cloaks that go over them. Does this not sound like the Las Vegas thing? You know, going on. I heard one journalist, God, what was his name? Darn, I was going to put it in my notes and I forgot. That's been down there. He's lived down there for many years. He's an American, but he's lived down there and experienced this. And he said the military's explanation is hogwash. He's like, these miners do this stuff, but not like this, not to this extent.
Is this the 7-foot yellow eyes one or a different one?
Well, that's the legend's called 7-foot yellow eyes, but the descriptions by the men in the jungle are these scenes are sometimes glowing green.
Okay.
And big eyes and heads and 7 foot tall. And they were wearing boots that blinked with little red lights, and they floated up into the jungle trees away from them. And this is supposedly one that they're shining a light on that's in the tree. I know. It's really hard to see anything. I'm hoping for more video, but it's Peru. Who knows?
Crouched.
Yeah.
Looks like something perched or crouching right there, whatever.
There's like a still shot I have where it zooms in, I think, in this video. Yeah, here's a couple still shots. There's one that looks like something like here. It's just like a green blob. It's nighttime. All you're seeing is from the shot of the flashlight on the area. It's really hard to see, and it's pitch black without the flashlight. Yeah, I know. You see kind of like an alien face in there. I know. Oh, well, shoot. We're running late. I get sucked into the Peruvian aliens. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, God. All right, guys. We're going to go to our commercial break tonight. Our guest is Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. We will take your phone calls when we come back from this commercial break. And sadly, we don't have Rody Speake with us, but next time we have our Halloween show, we will definitely get her on. But tonight, Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. Call into the show. And when you do, just remember, it can only be like a 5-minute reading. It can't go on too long because we got to let other people call in. But the phone lines will be open. Rob, do you think you'll have your phone line available too as an extra one? Oh, you're muted. Think about it. Let's discuss when we come back after a short commercial break.
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do Voices from Beyond, the Cold Case Files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Of the second kind, physical evidence of a UFO. Close encounters of the third kind, contact. From Steven Spielberg, the director of Jaws, comes one of the most ambitious and unusual films ever made. And what you will see has never been seen before. It's a cosmic mystery crossing what many scientists believe will be the next threshold of human experience. It is called Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It begins in an Indiana town and leads to one inescapable conclusion. We are not alone. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Certificate A. Now showing at the Odeon, Leicester Square.
The international chart-topping, Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest has been described as terrifyingly real, a must-read, shocking and chilling brilliance, genuinely worrying, utterly frightening. Don't read before bed. Described as one of the spookiest writers out there, best-selling author G.L. Davies presents Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest. The true paranormal account that is shocking the world. Dare you enter? Dare you read? Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and wherever books are sold. Pray you never have to live there.
This is the sound of a space clock aboard a U.S. satellite 180 miles above the Earth. No one winds up this timepiece. It's powered by a tiny battery, a battery that delivers power for years without replacement. Now the same type of battery, the Duracell battery, can bring new reliability and long life to your battery-operated equipment. Radios, cameras, toys, all run far longer. Duracell batteries, the long-distance power cells, outlast any ordinary battery. The same type of battery that keeps space clocks running for years can bring long life to anything powered by batteries. Dura, as in durable. Cell, as in power cell. The Duracell battery, made by Mallory.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from Talkstream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Switch to DCS ranging.
240, nominal to profile.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Tonight on Paranormal Soup, our guest is spiritual medium Katrina Cooper. And I don't have a bio for Katrina because you should know the show's been going on for 8 years. She was my first guest I ever had on. And I remember when I first met Katrina, I was at this bowling alley, Thunder Lane's now gone. And she blew me away. She knew stuff about my grandfather. He had trained horses. She knew that. No way she would know this about me. This stuff wasn't online. She knew my wife, who was pregnant with Liam at the time, who was trying to quit a medication that was making her, what she would describe as her head go like buzzing of bees in her head. Katrina turns to me and goes, your wife, she has this thing where something's like buzzing in her head. Like knew it right away. Even gave a helpful remedy that my wife, it definitely helped. She blew me away. And, you know, when I first had her on the show, she was a little bit like, I don't know if it'll work with phone calls or not. We'll give it a shot. And she's blown us away every time she's been on. Tonight, you can call into the show, join the discussion, and get a mini reading from Katrina. When I say mini, is that you should, if she comes to your town, your hometown, follow her on Facebook. That's the main way to find out about Katrina. You can find out where she's doing a local event, and you definitely want to go. I think I just saw her drop. Hopefully she's reconnecting. We had to reschedule already once the storms, so hopefully nothing else goes wrong. But let's go ahead and figure out what's going on and get Katrina back on the show. All right, there she goes.
Wow, it just blanked out on me. I had to came in. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I forgot the remedy about your wife. It was something to do with citrus, wasn't it?
Yeah, you told her to smell citrus, and that's what she did.
And you know what? It was you, Jason, that I discovered when you sent me a picture of something, and I think it had something to do with a skull, and I told you about it. That's when I knew that helped me to connect. And so I just thought I'd let you know it was you.
That was from an investigation. That's a long story.
Yeah, that was.
Ever been on an investigation where you find a human skull? You know, you ever had that happen, Katrina?
If I tell you yes, you're going to think I'm creepy, right? But yeah.
No, because it's happened to me.
It is. I think it's real. I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, this was a skull that it was like literally in a box in the storage thing. And you're like,
yes.
It turns, it looks like, and we're in this like little like shed thing, and like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's just leave the shed area for now. Like, wait for us to get locked in by a serial killer. Found out it was a guy stole it in college from an anatomy lab, and that was a story, I hope. And that was on my notes. Why do you have that? Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. And I think, when we first met, I sent you a picture, like, tell me what you think of this.
Yeah, and I
had an investigator was like, I'll take it home. I'm like, I don't know if you want to do that. It might be involved in a crime. I don't know.
Might be.
She did. She took it home against my wishes. But the wife of the house was like, I don't want this. Take it. Get it out of the house. She didn't know we had it. We already got a call. You ready to take calls?
Sure.
That quick? Because
maybe the calls are for you.
No,
this is your show.
Not likely. Who do I got on the line?
Heather.
Hey, Heather. Thanks for calling in.
Heather.
Hey,
oh, honey, I just want to let you know, I know what this is about. I feel like this has something to do with like a second generation. Someone say like grandkids or a little boy or a son.
My grandson.
That's what happened when my phone went down. I want to let you know that your grandmother, I hope that you understand, she came into my car. I'm out in my car so I could do this reading. On the show. And now I know why it happened. She just told me, so I'm so glad that you called in. She told me you would. By any chance, does purple make sense to you right now, Heather?
I'm sorry?
Does the color purple, is it a color that you like? Is it around you right now? Because this is what your grandmother's sharing with me.
It's my daughter's favorite color.
Okay, and I just want to let you know that this is confirmation. It's going to be a slow process, and I know that you love and you want to endear, but you also need to step back a little bit and cut a little reins. I hope that makes some sense.
Yeah.
We don't need to put anything on because this is a message for you. I want to let you know that right now it feels hard. It's going to be a while, but I do see the connection coming back together.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
You're very welcome, because I feel like you got dread, and some very ugly things were said, and a lot of stuff needed to be said, but it was said in anger and up against the wall kind of feeling. So once that
Yes.
gets through and changes, you will reunite, and it's going to be a lot more, I feel more of a healthier relationship. You'll learn not to bottle up, and what I'm seeing from your grandmother, it'll give you a chance to pull back a little bit, because nobody is in complete fault. Each of the parties equally contribute. So now you don't need to wonder who, why, or what. The rest of it is healing, but I do see your family coming back together. I hope you understand that. And I kept it short there for you, Jason.
You're all right.
All
You're
right,
still doing
thank
good.
you.
I mean, Heather, if you have any questions, you still got a couple minutes.
Yes. Any questions?
No, that was my main thing.
I love that. See, spirit knows, and that's so important for you to understand that. And it's going to be hard. Just bite your tongue. Just bite your tongue. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Heather.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
All right.
No
I saw
wonder
Kat.
all that-
I want to say my friend Dan. I want to just real quick, Katrina. My friend Dan, I saw you called in. I got somebody else that got in behind you. I will try to fit you in or wait, because now I got somebody else on the line, Dan. So try calling in after this phone call, maybe. Let me get the phone lines up for people. We got several ways to call in. I got somebody on hold right now, but I only have 2 actual systems, and they share 2 phone lines. So there's 219-230-4444, 260-225-9419, and then there's a Skype ID, oojblandoo, or there's another Skype ID, Jblandparanormalsoup. Those are the ways to call in, and you can, when you call in, I wait till I call on you, because you'll be muted. But if it hangs up on you, just wait and try when somebody else gets on the line, because now I got 2 people on hold. I'm going to go with the first one I got here. I think this is Al. Is this Al?
This is Al. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Al. Al from South Korea. Hey, man. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Good.
I don't know if you guys heard about us having a typhoon the other day, but
yeah,
boy, did that thing cool things off. It
really
affect the base too much.
Oh, yeah, I wondered. Yeah, I mean, like, Hawaii's had their hurricanes, and it's awful going on there right now.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, I totally agree. Can I get a reading on my children? Is that possible? I just I'm laying it. I got one daughter 30 years old, and I think she's on the cusp of
don't want to give too much information out. Yeah.
Okay, there's one. What I can do is what I can tell you. Okay, first, I am not a psychic. I get all of my information from the ones that love you the most, that has already crossed over. And once again, I have a gentleman stepping up, and he smells like he smokes, but more like a pipe smell. Does that ring a bell to you?
Oh, totally. Right on. Spot on.
Thank you. And I feel like it's on your mother's side. Is that also on the right train there?
You're scaring me.
No, don't be scared, because this man is with you all the time. He knows you the best. I also know that you're a picker, that you pick things, and it might be a nervous tick a little bit, but do you like pick balls off of clothes, when you see them, or pick at paper? Do you find you have a little bit of a tick like that?
Oh, wow. Again, you're spot on. I'm almost on the spectrum. I'm irritating as, I'll get out and what was that TV show with the detective that he was on the spectrum. So
I know what it is, but I can't remember names.
Monk.
That's it. Now, since you do recognize what I'm saying,
yeah.
I want to tell you that when you asked about your daughter, okay, now you know that I'm speaking to somebody that loves you and what's going on. Now, I find that your daughter is lying in her bed When I say that, I feel like she has made made what she's experiencing and going through. It was something that she had contribute to the troubles, and he's saying that she has to lie in her bed. Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense. She's 30 years old. She's just been spinning her wheels. When she graduated from high school, she was second in the class. What do they call that, valedictorian? Or the second one, not the first one. But she was the second one. So I had high hopes for her, and everything she's tried is just, she's spinning her wheels right now. But I got a feeling like, she's hitting 30 and things are going to change for the better for her. But that what you said about lying in her bed, yeah, totally.
That is what's going on
totally
right
makes
now.
sense.
Okay. Now, you did say that you have a second daughter. Is that what you said?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Okay.
do. She's really having a rough time too.
I find her to be a very close with nature. I feel like animals are around her a lot, and maybe a little bit with depression. Does that sound right?
Yes, extreme. She's. I asked her what antidepressant she was on. In fact, today, this morning, and she said Loxapol, something like that.
Okay. I don't know about medicines, but what I do know is that your family's telling me that she is a sensitive, that she is highly empathic. So I don't know how you feel about that, but that would contribute to all of the scatter emotions that are coming from your daughter and not know where they're coming from. And I'm still teaching my son and myself. Sometimes you got to sit back and walk away from a incident. Like you might start feeling, she might be feeling overwhelmed, and all of a sudden she might realize that she's around the same coworker and taking on their experience, their feelings. I'm giving you incidences, and you're her dad. Do you remember her being very, very emotional if someone else was emotional, and it may not even pertain to her?
Oh, no, again, spot on. Let me give you an instant. What's that? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. What's that movie? Alice in Wonderland.
Wizard of Oz.
You still there?
Yes,
that's
I'm
Wizard
still
of
here.
Oz.
Okay, Wizard of Oz. Thank you. Okay, whenever it came to like Dorothy clicking her heels 3 times and saying "There's no place like home," my daughter would just start bawling her eyes out. And I asked, why? I asked her why does that make you cry? And she says,
They don't know.
I don't know. So,
that's right. They don't. So to help your daughter, I would suggest more meditation therapy. I would, instead of, don't take the medicine away. In no ways. I am not a doctor in any direction. But if we find out, and because I call spirit 3-year-olds, they keep at you until you acknowledge, and that becomes a physical thing. And in your daughter's case, giving some meditation, given some time to release that, she may find that it lessens her symptoms. I'm not saying that it will fix it, because that's what she's dealing with, and that's how the body is going to react. But it could help in being able to find the target and take a breather. And I think that will help her a whole lot.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank
You're
you
my
so much
forever
for calling.
friend.
You gave me a lot to think about.
I got one. Where
Okay, thank you.
Korea?
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Al.
Say again?
I said, no, thank you, Al, for calling in.
Bye, Al.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right. No, we got Zach on the line. We'll get to you in a second. Rob, before the show, I was asked, do you have a phone line you can spare tonight?
I don't have it right now.
Okay. I was gonna see because I know when she's on, it blows up here.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Dan. You're on hold, and we are going to Zach. How you doing tonight, Zach?
Oh, Zach.
I'm doing pretty good, brother. How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Katrina,
Hi,
mi siempre amiga.
hello,
¿Cómo estás?
my forever friend. I could smell it from here. I could smell it from here.
What, the cigar smoke?
Yes.
How'd you know?
I didn't need to be a psychic for that. What can I help you with?
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
What can I help you with?
Oh, okay. So I wanted to get a message from Spirit. Without going into too much detail, I have a new opportunity that presented itself to me. I wanted to know if Spirit recommends I should take it, and would it benefit me in the long run?
Immediately. And I think you've already been informed that there is a short time window for you to make your decision. Can you please confirm that? There's been an urgency to make this decision, right?
Yeah.
Do it. And I want to let you know that this is coming from the most sweetest woman. She smells like home baked cookies, like sugar cookies, and I feel like she is on your. It's very interesting because I feel like it's on your mom's side, and then it switches like there's a man involved in there. So I don't want to get any detail, but I hope that you recognize, and I'm going to say probably a grandmother. She definitely has a baby blue, handmade apron around her. I feel like everybody will know about that. Does that ring a bell to you, Zach?
Not the blue apron, but the smell of cookies is definitely ringing a bell with me.
Okay. I got a feeling if you were to ask about it, that they're going. I feel like she made them for others too, but I feel like it's handmade and it's got these white ruffles on the edges, and she's the one that Sharon you got to get to it and as quickly as possible, because the faster that you get to it, the more that you can double it. I don't know. I feel like it's going to split and you can do it again. I hope that makes sense. Or where you make another one.
Well, it just recently presented itself this past week on that, and there's still a lot that I gotta do and all that, but I'm just thinking in the long term about whether it would be good for me. So,
yes, gonna be good for you.
I just wanted to ask that.
Yes.
But actually, it's I will say this: when you were mentioning the cookies, and when you're actually mentioning, like, describing like some of the cookies that you were making, it sounded like my mother.
Oh, I don't know how old you are.
I'm 34.
I don't know, so I just imagine, but I feel like it was on your mom's side, which is why I said that, and I felt like it. But was she later in life when she had you, because she would appear to be a little bit more mature than I would have thought. Does that make any sense?
No, she had me when she was 28.
Actually, I was 30 when I had mine. I know now everybody's sharing, but back in the 70s, that was kind of on the later side. So, and I want to let you know that she shares with me the left side. I don't know if you can see me. I'm going over my whole girl. So but it's also my heart here, and the lung is also here. But she shows me the whole left side. I hope that makes some sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Do you have a tattoo on the left side?
Yes, I do. I have a tattoo on my left arm.
And does it pertain to your mom or have anything to do about love?
The one that I personally have, it relates to my late paternal grandfather, but my father has a tattoo on his left tricep that he got from my mom, of like a rose, and then there's 4 stems on it, which represent my brothers and I, and then one little orange bud that's growing off of the rose that represents my sister.
Is there some kind of a special anniversary or something that's coming up that pertains to the family or your mom and dad? I know this is getting off subject. It just feels like it's bringing the family together and remembering how it was, and the smell of cookies, the home, and the baby blue. That is, so if the color isn't significant, I'm going to go with December, and I think March is baby blue too. So it could be representing a month, and but I got her to be like a little bit like, not looking like Aunt B, but that type of home woman, want to take care of her family, and never seeing her upset. That's what I take your mom as. A throw with the punch type of woman, strong and very sensitive. So I hope that makes some sense. And she just wants you to know that she's around you. So, and she does not like the smoking. I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to tell you. And there you go.
I was kind of expecting that if that was my mom, because she never approved of me smoking cigars when she was alive, and I guarantee you she doesn't like it on the other side either. So I was kind of expecting that. But Katrina, thank you so much for the reading. I greatly appreciate it. I love the hair.
Forward.
You're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too. All right, I got 2 people on hold here. We're going to go to Dan, I believe I have right now. How are you tonight, Dan?
Good. How are you, Jason?
Doing good. Thanks for calling in.
Jamie, Rob, hello. Katrina.
Hi, Dan.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. Dan, I'm going to let you ask, but somehow I feel like a lot of chaos is going on in your energy here. So my thing that I'm going to have to start with, what do you want to start with first? I can't help with all of it. That's basically what I got to do. So,
well, I guess I feel kind of stuck right now in life because of things that have happened, and I maybe just trying to see what my next, step forward could be, or get out of this.
Dan, can I get a little bit more specific? Like, is it love?
It's not love, no.
Okay, so we're going to put that on number 2.
Okay.
Be specific on what you are, because I'm getting a whole bunch out of there, so I just want you to go ahead so I can help you.
Yeah, there was an incident about 3 years ago that it made me, diagnosed with PTSD and stuff. So I'm going through all that business and just kind of stuck in a limbo, kind of best way to describe it.
Okay, first of all, I want to inform you the person that is stepping up to help me is a team, and it seems like it's a husband and wife. So I don't know if your mom and dad is gone, but I'm going to say grandma and grandpa, because I feel like there's somebody that they were a part of your childhood and help and mold you. And it's like I see like garden tools, like a hoe, or I mean, yeah, or like, yeah, I think it's a hoe. I think they call that like a steel rake. Does that make any sense to you with your with the team that I'm telling you about? I got a feeling that they would have you out there doing it. Okay. The reason why, and I'm being shown that the male also had the same PTSD. I always say the words wrong, but at that time, I don't feel like there was a diagnosis. The woman she had to deal with assisting him, I'm finding night terrors. And I got a feeling, Dan, you have I'm going to say night terrors too. And I know that that is common with PTSD, but it's very physical. And I feel like you go to the left to get out of your room. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not there. They are. So to help you through this, first of all, I feel like you have got to forgive yourself. Number one, you can't get past it until you do. You don't need to share with nobody about what it is. It doesn't matter. You're the one that's putting some things on that I'm not judging. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. But what I'm being told is the people that love you is that you have got to forgive yourself. And until you do, it's going to gnaw at you. And I hope that helps.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Do you have any, like, I don't know, future advice as far as the next step in life here?
The next
Getting
step.
past all this?
I do. Remember, I told you the love part's going to come on number 2. That part is going to, I told you, I said it already. That's going to come in too. I know that it's not your first thing because right now you feel like you're not worthy, or who you're with right now, you may feel like you're not giving what you want. And there's no judgment here. The key here is that write down all the things that you wish you had, didn't do, or feel short of, and forgive yourself. No one else needs to know. It's all about you, babe. And once you do that, some of that that trauma will be released because you're carrying it on your shoulders. And the male is telling me, he showed me something in my hand. I feel like it might be like I feel like it's a pin or some type of award. It may even be a coin, but it's not much bigger than a 50-cent piece. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of, yes.
So the reason why they're giving you those things is to know that I'm not, first of all, I'm not BSing you. I know that this is for children too, but you need to get up, forgive yourself, and all the other things will come that you're wanting. There you go. I know it sounds simple. I know how hard it's going to be, but it starts with baby steps. So write it down and realize that you got 2 special people that came in to come talk to you and let you know that you don't need to be carrying that burden. There's no judgment.
Oh, okay.
You're my forever friend.
Can I ask one more question? Yeah, that all made sense. Perfect sense. But I've had a few paranormal experiences through my life, and that's how me and Jason became kind of buddies. So I don't know, like, if you can sense any of what's happened to me, or you know, some of that stuff I think about daily too. It weighs heavily.
Well, that's that forgiveness that you were told about. It sounds like it goes right into the same question. Remember, I told you there was a whole lot of chaos around you? Stop compounding it. Right now, we're going back into a loop. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to you, Dan, but you know, I'm going to say your grandmother, or the woman that is in there, she came up and she told you right off the bat, she did not pussyfoot nothing. And I'm not going to do it either. Just like she told me, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad in any way. But you just looped yourself back into the same thing that I told you that you need to start with. Write them all down. You need to forgive yourself. Period. What you didn't do, or that you did too much of, that is in the past. You learn from it. That's how you're going to be able to go to the next step. I know I sound like I'm saying it in, but you asked the same question. It is, you need to forgive yourself.
All right. I will try to work on that.
It will. It will help. You couldn't do anything more. You didn't do anything less. And you're holding that burden for no reason. She's giving you her blessings. Hail Marys, she said. So I know that I would say that she was spiritual. I would say that's, don't Hail Marys, isn't that Catholic? I'm not sure. She said Hail Marys. She's not in it. She don't believe, but she was making a funny by, she's forgiving you.
You said she doesn't believe in that, but she's making it funny. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got you then.
Okay, good. And I'm not going against anybody's religion. I believe anything that makes you feel good and you fulfill, that is it. But that's how she portrayed it, and I wanted you to know that. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Dan, for calling in.
Perfect sense. Yeah, thanks a lot, Katrina.
You're welcome, Dan.
Pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Jason, Jamie, Rob, see ya.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right. I have the phone lines are blowing up. If it hangs up on you, it's because I have somebody else on the line. So just hang in there. Now we got the next call here. Let me see. Should be on the line. 860 area code, maybe? Hello?
Hello?
You're on the line. You're on the air. You there?
I don't hear nothing.
I heard him for a second.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know. I
know. You were on you were on the silent hold. I am so sorry. Sometimes I have to put somebody on hold. You can't hear anything.
Okay, I got you. Hello, everybody. This is Royal from Connecticut.
I thought that's who it was. Hey, Royal.
Hi, Royal from Connecticut.
Hello, Katrina.
Hi. This is so weird. I know you're saying Connecticut, but for some reason I'm getting like New York. Schenectady is where I was born. Do you have any family or anything up there?
Well, I did live up there for about a year and a half. However, I was born and raised in New York, right next to the Bronx. So it's probably picking up on my, I guess you could say my accent.
For a while I lived in Brooklyn. And then I went for Chicago, and then I'm out here in Houston. So I've really, I've been out here since '93, and they pick on you when you sound like these. But anyways,
absolutely.
And I'm like, but we wouldn't be here without the colonies that didn't start over there. I don't know. I'm not in, but what I'm seeing is that you're connected in a very special way with trying to help spirit with pain.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to know?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to say anything or.
You're welcome to ask. So far, I knew a little bit about you.
Okay. I have a few things going on in my life, pretty major, but really nothing more important to me than my daughter, who's my one and only child. She's 32 years old now. And I'm calling in to see if you can pick up anything on her or maybe her very immediate future or anything.
Okay, see, we have the freedom to choose. That is the first thing that I believe in. If you think of spiritual, we have up to the very end and the beginning the freedom of choice. So please keep that in mind, okay? And because I'm not psychic, the person that was connecting to me, that was telling me about you, and you confirmed and indicated the area, that would be I kind of feel like she's a woman, and I feel like she's a very close friend. But that also could be a family member and have a special bond. But I'm going to go with a very close friend. Does that make sense to you? And I'm getting this. Go ahead.
Do you mean up here in the Connecticut area? Is that what you're referring to?
I'm referring to a spirit a woman that has crossed
Okay.
over that is helping
Oh.
me with yours, because see, I'm a
Okay.
medium. That's how I get my messages.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't
Right.
trust me. I would trust the people that love you, that already are metaphysical and know everything and are around you. And when you were talking about your daughter, the first thing that I got was turquoise blue. So I don't know if
Oh
turquoise
wow!
blue.
I just literally bought her a turquoise blue necklace a couple days ago. That's incredible.
No,
A couple of days ago, it was just delivered to her.
What's incredible is spirit coexist with us, and that's what I am. That's
Right.
my message. I wouldn't know this without her. Do you get that? So
Okay.
I'm expressing that what she's sharing with me is that this is just a short time for her. When I mean that, I'm
Okay.
talking about your daughter. We all have our
Okay.
ups and downs, okay? But what I'm seeing is your
Okay.
daughter knows how to wear the pants, man. You taught her right. Does that
Oh,
make
she
sense
does.
to you?
She really does. Oh, absolutely. She's,
See?
I guess you could say, very self-sufficient. I guess is a good way to put
So
it.
you gave her grit, man. Trust that.
Right.
And that is what this woman is telling me. She is telling you, and I know being a parent, you're going to still want to get up in there, but she's sharing that you gave her all the ingredients, and that girl knows how to throw it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
This is just temporary. Okay?
Oh, okay.
She's going to be okay.
Now, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you what I think you are picking up on is my sister, who was my only sister that passed away a year ago. She passed away at 50
And you were
years
really
old.
close? Were you guys really close?
Oh, we were.
I said family member.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
did.
And that's why I wanted to confirm what you said.
You know what?
And here's the kicker. She's with me, isn't she?
Yes, and she says that her stomach, the area in her belly and everything, she has no pain.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
See, we
Wow.
coexist. I love this. This is the true part of crossing over. And I don't want to live 1,000 years. I want to get over there where I can do what the hell I want to do. But I'm not going to rush it.
Right.
But I'm also not afraid. Every
Now,
message
when
that I
you
get a
referred
chance to
to-
do.
When you referred to the message of no pain in her belly, what do you think you may have been referring to?
What I feel like she had lots of gastrostral. I don't even know if I said that right, but I feel like there was trouble with gas and bloating.
Absolutely.
She's sharing it.
Absolutely. I mean, you are 100% dead on. The only thing I wanted to say, I didn't want to tell you because I wanted to see if you picked up on it. My daughter just told me about a week ago that she's pregnant with my first grandchild.
I told you it's temporarily, so don't worry about it.
Yes, you did. And I caught that. Oh my
It's
goodness.
a boy.
Oh my goodness! I was going to ask you. You know, I'm so happy. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that, but I'm not going to tell her because even she doesn't know yet. She's only 9 weeks pregnant.
Correct. And you just need to, and what's interesting is I feel like there's going to be, this is so odd. I don't know if it's personal, if it's you, your sister, or I'm perceiving that this is your new grandson, but I'm seeing a birthmark on their butt.
Okay.
And you didn't say it was yours. You didn't say it was your sister's. So I do believe, and I have a woman that I did a reading for, and and that exactly happened on her face. And they took a video, and they told me 2 months before. So don't let her worry. This is going to be a healthy delivery and pregnancy.
Wonderful. She had a doctor's appointment the day before yesterday, and they said so far everything is perfect, right on schedule. So,
good.
God willing, she'll have a nice, healthy baby, like you said.
It might be a week early, but she's already going to be ready.
Yeah, and really quick, because I know there are other people waiting. I mean, she didn't even realize it. She said, Dad, they told me the due date is going to be March 8th. And that happens to be the day my father passed away, which I thought was incredible.
I told you I saw blue around her, and I said March or December.
Yeah.
You guys can rewind.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Katrina, I mean, you're spot on. I mean, you're absolutely amazing, and I appreciate what you do for everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for letting me go on and on.
Thanks for calling in, Royal.
You're my forever
All right, guys.
friend.
Have a great night. I certainly will.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Nothing wants to stay still now. Okay.
Yeah, the lines have been blowing up, and here's another one.
Is that good?
Yeah, of course it's good.
Brody, I'm sending you energy, baby girl. Love her.
All right, I think we have Robert on the line.
Robert.
I don't know that, but sometimes the names are on camera. So we got somebody on the line. Who do we got on the line here?
Hello.
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 Who do we got?
Yeah, this is Rob.
Oh, Rob.
This is Rob.
Rob. Okay.
Hi, Rob.
You shocked me.
With the Rob.
How you doing, Katrina? You
I'm
shocked
gonna
me. I
say-
wasn't expecting you to answer like that.
I just want to say that I believe that this is the most male readings I have done in a row ever.
Right?
I love it. I love it because you guys
Wow.
always try to mess with me. I don't care. Go ahead. Give it to me. And I know you're going to too. I'm all right. I only promise honesty.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, I was calling. I'm dealing with, I guess you could say, some serious insecurities regarding. Jason knows that I've called a few times talking about the fact that I like to write, and I've done some writing over a couple of months, and I've taken a break from it, and I like what I've written. I like the whole concept of my story and everything that I'm writing, but I'm having this insecurity about how to mediate the story. And sometimes I just feel like I'm not good enough. And I know
I'm
that
putting a hand up.
rooted
I know
deep.
you know what that means. I got to stop you right there, okay? I got to stop you. First
Okay.
of all, I got a gentleman that is kicking you in the butt with like army boots. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. Maybe a brother or
Yeah.
a best friend.
Okay.
He's the one that's stepping up. What you're doing this book because it makes you feel good, but it's turned into that you're trying to make others want it. Don't care about that. They will come. And it's like that
Right.
story. If you build it, they will come. Right now, you got to stick and go back to the reason why you did it, the love that you had for it, and take that stress about who's going to like it, if they're going to do. You do you, babe. And that is going to get you past the rest of it. I just want you to know that's what
Right.
I'm getting. You forgot
Right.
why you're doing it. Don't do it for anyone else. You're not doing it for fame. You're not doing, but all of a sudden the anxiety stepped in because those factors are coming in. Don't let it. Put down what you feel. I used to worry about my notes being set in with them being spelt wrong because I'm a dummy. But I don't know more. I just tell you it is, and I know what it means. The notes no longer, it was stressing me out. And they're famous. Everybody loves my notes. They hold them up because they're words from your loved ones. And what I'm trying to tell you is let it flow. Let it just get down on paper and don't worry about the direction or whatever. You'll be able to put those pieces together because it's coming from you and it's natural. And you're going to be good and feel good with the finished product.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've always been concerned about, whether I should outline, think ahead, plan it ahead, or just kind of let it flow on paper and just let the story take me where it wants to go, is what I was told.
Trust your soul. Trust it.
Right.
wake up in the middle of the night, because I know that you do, and then you think that it's a little too much, write down what you remember. It's going to be fantastic.
Right.
And it's going to come across to the people that it matters. You're not writing a book that everybody's going to want. You're writing, you're writing to specifics, to specific people, and that is all that matters. They're going to get it. Just enjoy it.
I always try to think of the words from the movie Wayne's World. The Led Zeppelin didn't write songs everybody liked. They left that to the Bee Gees.
There you go.
Yeah, so I try to take that. I try to take that to what I'm doing. It's like not everybody's going to like what I write.
So put it up on a post-it note. That's what. Put it on a post-it note to remember that, because it gets lost in your thoughts, babe. That's where your confidence lies. The audience that you're targeting.
It's like it's like but it's like you've got this story, you got this project, anything, whatever you're doing, and it's like it's your baby, and it's like you love it so much, you want the world to love it as much as you do. It's like you see something in it that other people probably are not going to see. And it's it's so hard to think of the idea, that something that you love, could fall flat with the world, but at the same time, you got to kind of think, well, that doesn't really matter.
That's right. You're just disassociating. I mean, you're forgetting in that one sentence right there that you said that other people might not. It doesn't matter. You matter. Isn't that worth it? Yeah. There you go, babe. Go on. Send me a copy.
Well, I will. I'll send you a copy.
Forever Friends by Katrina at gmail.com. There you go.
Forever. Okay.
Thank you, Rob.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a good night.
You're welcome.
You too. Have a good night.
We're going to be coming up on commercial break soon. I don't know if
How
I can.
long is it? How long's the commercial break?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Not enough to go team call.
Is this still? Do I still have Royal on? Is this Royal on the line? Oh, I don't know. That one's been on. Let me see if I can get, because this person's been trying to call in. I'm gonna see if I can get them really quick.
Hello?
Wendy?
Yes.
It's Jason, Paranormal Soup.
Hi, Jason.
I saw you kept trying to call in, and so I was like, I'm going to try to fit you in before our commercial break here.
Is that a Wendy?
Yes, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
This is Wendy. Hi.
What can I help you with?
Hi, Katrina. You look marvelous, darling.
Thank you.
I keep coming across you every time I put on my Facebook. You were always there, so I'm kind of feeling I need to talk to you.
I don't remember names, but for some reason, by any chance, is this Wendy Weathers?
Yes, it is.
You keep coming over, and if anybody knows me, I'll remember names. There is a reason for you to come this way. I feel like you're on a cross. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry?
You're in a crossroad right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. I see it, and I feel like it's a spiritual way, and then it's also, it could be that you might be around folks that might not be in the same mindset. Does that make a little sense?
More or less.
Okay, we don't need to put any dirty laundry on. There isn't. But what I'm being told, and I feel like this is really your grandmother. I feel like I got a vision, and it could be with you or but I'm finding like a windowsill in the kitchen with individual grown spices where you clip them off to use them as need be. Does that make sense to you, Wendy?
It's not spices. They're little plants, and yeah, I know my my grandmother, Baba. She peers in, I guess, hangs out in front of my kitchen window, in my area out there, and I have plants all in the front.
And I don't know, I just feel like I'm looking at a country setting, like country wooden chairs. I don't know, in a round table. What I'm also seeing is like shoots of color. So I don't know if that might be wind chimes or stained glass that is moving around.
Yeah, well, in front of the window or just around my house.
I'm just seeing it. She's sharing it with me, and if you know where that's at, but I do feel like it's, I feel like it's both. I feel like it's outside. I feel like you also got that kind of decor indoors that catches the light when the sun comes through, and I smell like coffee. So, by any chance, are you the coffee drinker, or is it your grandmother?
Who's a what drinker?
Coffee? Folgers coffee?
Coffee drinker. Your accent kind of came out there.
Where's my Bronx guy? He knows what it's like. There's just some words you can't get rid of. Coffee, yeah.
Coffee, yes, I drink coffee, but I don't know if my grandmother drank coffee or not.
She's with you, so when she's with you, I can't really tell if it is her with you or what. So that's my way of working it out. But you're feeling alone, and she's wanting to let you know that you're not. That's why I'm knowing these things. That's why she's been putting us into where you see my picture or I cross you, because she's also trying to get a hold of you to let you know that you don't feel so alone. You're not there. And she gives me that like footsteps in the sand when you feel like you're by yourself. It's when you're being carried and being taken care of. Does that make sense to you?
Probably, yeah, I guess.
Well, I don't want to make it. I'm not trying to force it to make it, but are you right now feeling a little alone, or could use a little help?
Well, I'm worried. Well, I'm not worried about something. Something's coming up that I'm having surgery, and so it's kind of really in front of my mind on making sure that everything's going to be okay with it, just because it could cripple me.
Now, I want to let you know, I get the left side. By any chance, does that make sense when you just stated work being done?
Well, it's both sides. I'm having back surgery, so it's both sides.
And
so I have pain all up and down.
Pain all over. I'm just finding that on the left side, and if this has anything, I feel like this is going to be the area of direction. And when I get there, I'm going closer to the hip, lower of the back, closer to the hip. To the left side is what I'm seeing. This is going to alleviate. It could be like a nerve, and I'm not a medical doctor, but you're kind of feeling alone, right? That you could feel alone in a huge thing that could leave you crippled. So I'm getting back to, you are not alone. You're not doing this all on your own, and they're with you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, yeah. It tells me everything's going to be fine. That's basically.
That's exactly what it is. And I didn't know your home. I've never been by your house. And you know, what you're sharing with me, I took it as an emotion of feeling a little bit standing on your own, having to make a decision. And that's exactly what it is. You are going to be okay, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to be all right.
It's fine. Yeah, that's all this. I just hope, because I keep coming across you, I'm like, okay, there must be a reason why I keep seeing you everywhere. Like, I think I need to talk to her.
I want to say, I think that's good for me, right? It's good that you're seeing me around, but it's also that you know that you're not just getting crapola words talking to you. You're going to go in knowing that you're not going to be crippled. You are not alone. You've got spirit there for you. And I'm also getting a swirl of blue. It's like an indigo blue. So I that's like, I think indigo blue is September. September's blue. That's the color that I'm getting. So I don't know if there's a date or a time, or if that color signifies something that you like or is around you, but it seems like an indigo blue.
Well, that could be when I'm having my surgery. It has not been, a date has not been put, but I figured it's going to be about a month from now. So that would bring me into September.
Thank you.
I guess that would coordinate with your color.
So now you can clip some of the anxiety and just you already did all your homework. You didn't go in here just because one doctor told you. You've been informing. You went and got all this. Now it's time to trust the team that you chose and know that Spirit's there helping you.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's exactly
You're
what I
my
needed to hear.
friend. Keep me updated, okay?
Thank you, Wendy, for calling in. We're running behind here. We got to go to commercial, but thank you for calling in tonight.
And thank you for calling me back, Jason. I appreciate
No problem. Have a great night and have a quick recovery. All right, guys, we're going to commercial break, and we will be back with our guest, Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium, and we're still getting phone calls right now, and I think I just took another call, maybe, or no, it hung up on them. I know I saw Turquoise Diva. I know you're trying to call in. The phone lines are blowing up, and it seems to only want to pick up on the one phone right now, so I'm trying to take two lines on one. That's making it harder. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get your calls, but we'll be back after this short commercial break and continue with our guest, Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium, after this short commercial break.
Into the combined effects of sensory deprivation and hallucinatory drugs. The subject of the experiment is himself, and the experiment is out of control. Ken Russell's Altered States, a film that must not be missed, is in the West End now. Altered States, Certificate X.
Do you wish for more paranormal and spiritual content? The Paranormal Chronicles magazine is a free digital magazine crammed with the very best in paranormal and spiritual articles and features. No sign-up, no subscription, just free reading and knowledge for you. Read today at www.paranormalchronicles.com/magazine.
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do Voices from Beyond, the Cold Case Files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Paranation Magazine is a new paranormal magazine based out of Denver, Colorado. Our goal isn't just to give you the best paranormal content out there, but to promote paranormal unity. We're doing this by giving everyone an opportunity to tell their stories and to share their experiences. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Paranation Magazine and soon, paranationmag.com.
I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is the extraordinary travels of a young, alone, and broke psychic in the highly anticipated new book from internationally renowned psychic, medium, medical intuitive, and best-selling author Sherry Dillard. Critics have described I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like as an engrossing memoir, an empowering story of how a broken girl came to accept her psychic gift, a refreshing and fun read. I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is available through Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, and wherever books are sold.
Wrote Spirits of the Dead with a pen dipped in warm blood. You will see the ultimate in terror with this important all-star cast. Brigitte Bardot, Alain Delon, Jane Fonda, Terence Stamp, and Peter Fonda in Edgar Allan Poe's Spirits of the Dead. Only Poe's demented genius could bring to the screen such horror and evil. Spirits of the Dead stars Brigitte Bardot, Alain Delon, Jane Fonda, Terence Stamp, and Peter Fonda. Directed by three masters of the cinema, Federico Fellini, Louis Malle, and Roger Vadim. Spirits of the Dead is an adventure in terror beyond your wildest nightmares. Spirits of the Dead in color is rated R.
The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is "42." Yes, I thought it over quite thoroughly. It is, it's 42. It would have been simpler, of course, to have known what the actual question was.
But it was the question. The ultimate question. Of everything.
That's not a question. Only when you know the question will you know what the answer means.
Tonight on Paranormal Soup, our guest is Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. Phone lines are open. I don't know if I have one person on both my phones. It's split a phone line, so we'll see how this next call goes. Might have to call him back. But the phone lines are 219-230-4444. There's also 260-225-9419. And then Skype ID oojblandoo or Jblandparanormalsoup. Those are the ways to call in. Join the conversation. Get a mini reading from Katrina Cooper. But let's go ahead and get back to our guest. All right, I was afraid to pick up on this other line because it's like I got so many calls coming in. I got to see. Who do we have on the line right now? Who's on here?
Hi, Jason. This is Debbie Schmoley.
Hey, Debbie. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Debbie.
How's everybody?
Hi, Debbie.
Well, I was calling. Hi. Katrina, I had a reading with you, I think it was last year, when you read a picture of my grandma and you told me about my dad was getting close to dying and that it was going to be something with his leg. And he ended up in the hospital like 2 months ago because he fell and hurt his leg. And then he had a slow progression and he just passed on Thursday. So I was just wondering if you got anything on him, if you made it into the light, things like that. Just making sure
he did. Girl, I'm telling you, he likes 70s rock.
Yes, he did very much.
I mean, it's
he
like
was a guitar player in a rock and roll band when, like in the late 50s, and he loved rock and roll.
I just want to let you know all of that. He is doing fantastic. He's lost the weight that he wanted to. That's another reason when I get over there, I'm going to enjoy that. Do you get what I'm saying? He's got his muscle structure in his legs back. Do you understand?
Yes, very much, because he couldn't walk at the end. He had lost all his mobility and muscles. He was in the hospital for like a month, and they sent him home, and he couldn't move. He couldn't get up. He couldn't walk to the bathroom. He couldn't do anything anymore. So
now,
and he used to be.
I'd like to take this opportunity to all the viewers and yourself, because when that did come about, I know for sure I informed you that I couldn't tell you when. It's just that because even our loved ones can't tell us when it's going to happen. They'll just let us know that they're around and they're trying to take care of them, and to let you know that everything that can be done is. And I'm referring this back again because, Debbie, your dad is telling me that you're holding something on your shoulders where you felt like you might not have done what you felt. Do you get what I mean?
Because I mean, he's out there in Houston, and I struggling with trying to get out there. Yeah, I know. Well, he was out there in Houston, and I was trying to get out there, and I couldn't do it physically by myself because of my own physical issues and pain.
And he's telling you to stop it. Stop it. You do not. And when I gave you that reading, the person that gave it to you, they knew you were going to do this. That's why they gave you the heads up. They wanted to let you know that, hey, don't put that on your shoulders. I'm with them. You can't do anything more.
While he was alive, he kept like, please get me out of here. Please come get me out of here. And
that's because it's the body. It's the body reacting to it. It's just like you are not supposed to grab a drowning person because they'll take you down. It's not, and this happens a lot with people that are on that verge. It comes out in different ways. The caretaker goes through a lot, and you weren't supposed to go through this. He has a watch in his hand. I feel like it's a pocket watch, or it doesn't feel like it has a band to it. Do you recognize this, Debbie?
No, I don't, but like his neighbor is going through his place right now and trying to get things together for me, and I'll see if he finds one that she'll put
I
it
feel
aside
like
for
it's
me.
for you. I feel like there's an engravement on the inside of this watch, so I'm still going to go with a pocket watch. And I believe that it came from his father, or I feel like it goes down, and you like things that have to do with family, and it's something he wants you to have. And he said, this is so interesting. I don't know why. And I don't get names very well, but I got the impression that he's calling you like little squirt, or his little thing, and will always be.
Yeah, well, and he always called me DJ, which is my initials, but he'd also call me Squirt sometimes.
Oh, I got it.
That's what she said, squirt.
I said little squirt. I just, he loves you, hon. There's nothing. So you need to wipe that around. And now he's going to be around. Because, when he kind of smell. Please don't take this wrong, because your dad worked hard. But I kind of feel like it's kind of like where he worked outside, and you can smell the underarm a little bit. And like his shampoo. I don't know, like Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's what he used.
I'm just telling you, that's him. And he's still going to be him, and he's learning the drums. I don't know. He told me to tell you he's learning the drums, so I don't know. That's.
Well, I always wanted to play the drums, and I play a mean air drum, so that's probably.
So he's kind of digging it in that he's doing it before you. So look it's still the same. He is fine, and I'm so happy that your loved ones gave you a chance to prepare.
Yeah, I was too. I knew it was coming, and I tried to get him to prepare on his end, and he didn't. So I have a whole mess. So I might be seeing you out. I might
No
be out there
problem.
sometime soon because he left us to clean up. So
No
but,
problem.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now the next thing you need to do is go on a vacation. And it's not my favorite color, but I see yellow. And oh, what is yellow? I don't even know. I think November's no yellow. November's
I
a
know
great
we're
time.
going in October.
Yeah, November is
We have
topaz.
So I don't know if I see November. I saw yellow. I don't know if it's his favorite color or if it's something that would get. And I only said November because I'm giving you all options when I see colors that can mean in all those categories. So, or you could be in front of a butter yellow at this present moment. I just saw yellow.
Oh, also, usually we go up at the end of October, but we're usually, if we go to Kentucky this year, if we go, we will be there like the first week in November. So it could be around that one, but we're just not sure if we're going to be able to make that one or not. It kind of depends on everything with my dad.
I like that you said that you're not sure, and I was told that you need to go. So don't put it aside just because Dad's in a great place. Don't stop that because of that. He's telling you
No,
go on your trip.
I have so much of his mess that I have to clean up, and I have to sell his home and turn off all of his things and get his car back. I mean, there's just so many different things that he left for me to clean up, and so I just don't know that I'm going to finish by then. You know,
You're not, and that key here is to enjoy, take the vacation, and do it little by little. There is no rush.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do what is on the don't put no. Do not stress. Okay. I know it's hard. It's easier to say, but it's coming from the horse's mouth.
Okay. Well,
I'm not doing it.
he
I'm
can help
telling
me.
you. He will.
He can help me clean up the mess he left me. He can be here and support me through that. So
He is.
We'll
That's
get
the
through it.
reason why he stepped forward. So take a deep breath and it'll be okay.
thank you so much, Katrina. I appreciate it very much. And
You're
everybody
so
have
welcome.
a good week.
You too, Debbie.
My forever friend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that call.
Sorry about the loss of your dad, but not sorry for the loss of your dad. I know that's weird, but they're really in a great place. Does that make sense? I don't want to sound insensitive.
I already her call it ended because I'm trying to pick up another call here. Let's see, hold and accept, and then we'll go back to the.
I
other
mean it to
one.
everybody.
All right, not on hold. All right, who do we got on the line here?
This is Amy.
Hey, Amy, thanks for calling in.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi. What can I help you with?
Oh, I was just looking on Facebook and seeing you on there, and I was just curious, I guess.
Okay, what is your curiosity? Somehow I feel like you're in this cusp of all things paranormal. Is it where you're trying to decide on which direction to go down?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of skeptical, I guess. I don't know. Not real sure if I believe, you know.
I that's okay. I'm not here to change your mind, but apparently you've been listening, and these are people I don't know. And there's another thing.
Okay.
I need to put something up because I have a woman coming forward. I naturally say grandma because I feel a nurturing energy around her, but I see lots of books. I feel like either she was a teacher or had a love for these books. By any chance, do you fall in this category of literature?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's where I'm. But did you have a family member? Because I'm finding that it looks a little broken, and I'm not judging your family because mine is broken too. But I find that you're still learning the branches of your family. Does that make some sense?
Yes. Yeah, I grew up in foster care, so.
So the things that I'm about to inform you, foster care or possibly a particular person that was in your life that maybe had helped you with reading, or you know her for always reading a book or having them on hand. This is the person that is stepping in, informing me about you. And when I smell flowers around her, florals, nothing in particular, because I don't think it really matters. I think all of them were beautiful for her, but also because I can't at all identify. I'm ignorant, but I'm going to pick like a magnolia because I feel like it comes from a tree. And by any chance, do you like the scent?
Do I like the scent?
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason why I'm asking you this question, first of all, you don't believe. Second, in foster care, I'm not sure if you got all of your background. So I know that you're looking for this. So I'm not trying to force this. I just want to let you know you're not by yourself. And when I look at your curiosity of what could and what might be real, you are correct. Always go in with a skeptic eye. I that's why I don't want to know anything, because I don't want you to believe Katrina. I want you to know that you got someone paying attention to you. And I also find that religion, I'm not saying that you're calling out or that you are walking around and praising Jesus. Please no, I don't. But I also feel like it's in the back of your head of what's been preached to you also, and that also puts that little fight of maybe I shouldn't go down that road, or maybe I should. Does that sound a little bit of what you're maybe experiencing?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
I want to tell you, you're talking to someone that my whole life, and I'm going to be 55 years old. I just came out 10 years ago. My church told me it was a demon, that I brought this on myself. I was born this way. And I felt horrible. I want to let you know I tried to be a whole different person. I can't even begin because we don't got enough time on that. But what I'm trying to explain, I know what you're going through in the head. I know those questions. I had my head examined. It's on YouTube. It does show that it works differently. But the key here is, I've been helping people. I don't know where this comes from, but I know that what I see up above and the people that I talk to, there is no persecution. There is change. There was a reading here where one absolutely said that they had changed the way that they think once they had seen the bigger picture, once they go on the other side. I'm not here to tell you go and do it, but I want to take away your persecution of what if. There are gays on the other side. There's people that have committed suicide on the other side. And the church that I've been to many, and I'm not taking down anybody's, please know that. However, I could never follow the person or higher God would forsake someone that's hurting so bad to be in those positions. They couldn't give me an answer. Well, you know what? I got the answer because it comes from them, the spirit. It isn't. You're not judged. If you do good, I feel good about it, go forward. And that means that if you like automatic writing, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like you've touched base with that. Once again, it goes to that woman that I saw that has to do with literature. Does automatic writing intrigue you a little?
Yeah, a little bit. And
go with it.
I guess it's a little
Don't-
bit, yeah.
You don't go with no expectations. You just let it flow. And that is how we are all connected metaphysically, spiritually, um, uh, past, now, and future. We just have to tap into it. And you can. I'm not saying that you might get. People say that I do pretty good work. I communicate, and I'm not saying that you can't either. I just want to say that I can sing, but you wouldn't pay to go to a concert to hear me sing. We all have our special gifts. It's okay to dibble and dabble. And I always say, I use tarot cards. I have a Ouija board. I brought a haunted one back to my best girl because she wanted one because I cleaned out a home in Kansas. It can happen. You have to have respect. Please go in with respect. That's what I would say right off the bat. Secondly, a tool. If I had a hammer, I could build you a home or I could kill you with it. It depends on, it's not the tool's fault, it's the intention. And I hope that that will help you feel more free from judgment and go forward and just touch base, find what might feel right.
Yeah.
And you're not alone.
And that's another thing I called too. Yeah, I have a very close friend that I lost not too long ago. And I've been having a really hard time.
Could I ask you,
wondering if
is your close friend, is she mixed nationality or does she have like a olive tone to her?
Yeah, I'd say she probably has the olive tone. Yeah.
Thank you. I just
Her
felt like
skin.
I got her coming in and she is with high energy. When she does, this is very interesting. She gives me the finger. I hope that that makes sense. Not to be mean to me, but I just feel like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's still her. And you know what? Have I passed your test?
Excuse me?
Have I passed your test?
Have you passed my test? Yes.
You're my forever friend, hon. She's
Yeah.
okay? And her arms aren't bound anymore. I just feel like that means that maybe she was. I feel it's not. I don't feel like it's actual. But she said that her arms are not bound anymore. I hope that makes sense.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I just wanted to know if she was okay, if she was still there with me, or.
Yeah, of course. She's not going anywhere. You asked her to be there. She is. You asked her to flicker the light. She said, "Give me a chance." It seems like it happens a little bit later. So I feel like you're doing visuals and asking something to do with light or a candle or flickering of something. Do you get that?
Oh yeah, yeah. My fireplace clicked on the other night.
Oh,
you
all
asked
by
for
itself, and I. Yeah.
Okay. Please know, I want to make this so clear. When we see things on TV, they shorten things down. I'm lucky. My people that come around me, they say that they catch more stuff in their equipment or whatever because you got this energy going. But on a whole, you got to give them a chance to build it up. It's not always immediate. Sometimes it's 10 minutes later. Sometimes it can't be. You remember the movie Ghost? There is parts of there that they have to learn. This is metaphysical. You got to learn how to make it work for you. So she's saying, I feel like you guys are really close because when I called my girl this name, we were close, but I don't want to insult you, but it's the B word. I hope you get what I'm saying. I'm finding you guys that close.
Yeah.
Girl, she is there.
Yeah.
She's okay. This is real. Do what you want to do, and you are okay. You're my forever friend.
Alrighty.
Thanks for
Thank
calling in,
you.
Amy.
Thank you.
I love
The
those.
phone lines are blowing up. It's the beeping you hear.
I
It's the
was
beeping you
wondering
hear.
what that noise is.
Yeah, it's the beeping here. The phone lines are blowing up. I'm trying to take the calls as they come in here.
Well, that's good, right? That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. So I think we got another call. I'm trying to take them as they're coming. Who do we got on the line?
Hi, is it me?
I think
is it Ariana?
Hey, is Ariana?
Hey, wow, I got in.
Hi. Hello. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name because I will butcher it. But you know what? You got so much good energy. For some reason, I'm getting this. It feels like it has something to do with work or your career or direction with money. Does that make sense? And I know that I put it all into one because that's basically how we get our money.
Kind of, sorta.
Okay. Go ahead and ask me your question. Arzurania. I'm so sorry. I knew I was going to make it wrong. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. I was wondering if there's any messages from my soulmate, loved ones, whatever's going on, and due to the recent situations that have happened.
See, I was right about it having to do with direction, how we're gonna and about money. I just thought it had to do with work, but that all falls into line of what he left you, right? Worry. I'm seeing here, his ring. So I know you said soulmate, but I'm not, it's almost like I see it to me, it looks like it's white gold or silver coloring. It doesn't look gold. Does this ring make sense to you? It's like a band.
Yeah.
When I touch it, it feels smooth and domed, but the edges feel like there's a little bit of a on the edge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This was supposed to be, and the only one that somehow I would say that the two of you came together after a bad one prior. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Because he made promises and he didn't have enough time to be around for that. And I'm seeing paperwork that didn't get signed or didn't get finished. So maybe a little bit of a procrastinator. Does that make a little sense?
Yeah, right on the nose. Yes.
And when I look at the papers, I kind of feel like the ones that you're going through, I'm seeing different colors of pen, like blue and black, and and I have a man here that is he's not very dominant. I feel like he's more of a maybe a wallflower a little bit, more quiet. Does that make sense to you on the personality that I'm describing?
Okay. And this is someone who's passed, right?
It is. And the person that is, I feel like why they were here were more on the lines of saying what you would like to hear and not maybe always the things that they truly wanted to say. I hope that makes sense because I'm getting lots of love. I'm getting not quite understanding how to share it, and that you deserve to have had more.
Okay. Yes.
And he's gone. You can't change it, but I want to let you know that you did deserve more. You shouldn't have felt bad. And this person feels bad of not giving that to you. I hope that if he was here, that wouldn't have been coming through. But that's why I went through all those other things so you knew who he was telling you, because this is sounding like, who the hell is that coming from? Does that make sense? But he's saying he does.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Do you have an earring that just dangles just a little bit past the earlobe?
Yeah.
Do you only have one of it? One of them? Had you lost
No,
the other?
I have.
Are they on?
Yeah, they're all on. Yeah.
I just want, because he's showing me just the right one, and I don't know if he's near you right now, if you just felt something near the ear. And it's like him being sensitive and romantic, and I feel like that didn't come in. Like I said, I felt like he was more inverted, didn't speak emotion, his real emotion, and he's wanting to let you know that you deserve that from him, and he does love you, and you can pick any star. He will be there watching right with you.
Okay.
So I feel like
Cool.
you
Very
look up
good.
in the sky a lot.
Yes. Yes. I do. Yes.
You were loved. You don't have to second guess it. He did love you.
Thank you. Yeah. Right on point.
Thank you, Zariana.
Ziriana, thank you.
Thank you.
You're my forever
Thank
friend.
you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry for
Bye-bye.
your loss.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Gotta watch out. All right, we got somebody else online. Who do we got?
Brenna.
Sorry, I missed it. Who do we got?
It's Brenna.
Oh, hey, Brenna.
Hi, Brenna.
Hi, Katrina. How are ya?
I'm fine. What can I help you with?
Well, I just am wondering what is going on with work for me.
Okay.
I don't know
So
how
we
much
do
info
got
you want.
somebody
Yeah.
that has to do with work. I get energy. I try my best to decipher, but I did know that the other girl had something to do with things that were left in direction and money. Now, when you asked me about work, it almost appears as if I see an office and then I see home. So could this have anything to do with location or at home work or well, that's what I'm seeing, these two things.
Okay, interesting. Actually, I would not be able to, like, per se work at home, but I am hoping that I can find something that's close to home. There's something in particular that I'm kind of waiting for to come in.
And when you're waiting for something to come in, does this have to do with like, I'm seeing lots of paperwork. I just feel like there's papers and I would say like filing or legal papers. I just see a bunch of those. Can you help me with that?
Well, I'm a teacher, so paperwork is like the worst part of the job for me because there's always a ton.
I just
Would
saw
that be
lots
it?
of paperwork. Yeah, I just saw lots of paperwork, so I wanted to put those in, and I did see red. That's why I was thinking of office work. Now, the next step that I see, because I'm not going to ask you any questions, I'm seeing another step up. So we're not doing home. I know that it has to do with teaching work have. I still see the office. So this could be a step up to where maybe you're not in the classroom, or could it be that there is well, the next step would principal or that kind of work. I just feel like I'm not seeing children or a classroom. I'm seeing this office.
Huh. No, no principal work, and I can't see myself doing anything other than being in a classroom.
I didn't see those. Now let's go a little bit further. Could there be additional credentials or going back to school and working on that kind of thing? When I see the papers and work, could that be something? I don't know what kind of work you're doing, but I'm seeing this office, so I'm wondering if it could be continuing education or you know, helping another student, you know,
Yikes.
taking it on.
I have a master's degree, so if I get anything higher than that, then I'm overqualified to do
I
what
get
I want
that.
to do.
See, I
So-
just know that I'm seeing just one office. And what is in particular is that I see a black file system and nothing else is there. And it looks like there's only like 2 or 3 drawers. There's a computer that's off to the side, and then I see a door that I feel like it would be like supplies when you open it. So I'm not getting anything deeper than that. I'm so sorry. I wish I could.
Hey, no worries.
I apologize. If
No,
it
no
winds up
worries
being your
at all. I
office
just
at
didn't know.
home, I don't know. It just looks like it's a step up and that this is good. So even though you stated that, and I commend you being a teacher. I've always been there for every one of the teachers and my kids. I know what you have to deal with, and it is, I help a teacher with supplies. I don't have much, but I get it. I just feel like this is a step up. It helps. So if you get an opportunity or an option of maybe being the head of a committee or something, I'm just seeing that this is good for all of your direction. And since it doesn't make any sense right now, but I don't change what I see. I just know that it's good. So just think a little twice when it comes your way.
Okay, I'll think outside of the box. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. But whatever it is, it's good. I don't see bad. So it's going to be outside of the box.
Yep, nope. Yep, I will do my best. It's hard for me, but I will try to think outside of the box. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Thank you, Brenna.
You're so welcome. Bye, Brenna. Ooh, it might not be what she's looking for, but I can't change what I see.
I know.
Sorry.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, oh, all right, I'm trying to get. Dang it! Now it hung up. Oh, here we go. There's another one. It's been a lot of calls. All right, we got next one on the line. Who do we got? Make sure you have your TV turned off in the background or your
Hi.
phone. Hi.
Hi, this is Michelle. How's it going?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Shell, it's Shell from chat, but my name is
Shell.
actually Michelle.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm not in chat. I'm so sorry. So it's Michelle, right?
It's okay.
She goes by Shell.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What can I help you with, sweetie?
Well, there's various things, and I was hoping maybe something would come to you as far as maybe helping me figure out what the most important thing is right now. But if not, I've got, some family things, some work things, some romance things, pick a topic.
Okay, this is really hard because a lot of times, I guys know that this is very vague sometimes, and I'm not a psychic, but I have like a gentleman that's stepping up, and I kind of feel like it might be a grandfather or an uncle. I feel like he was in your life when you were younger. Does that make any sense? And it's the genes. It's almost like they fall off all the time. So he was always pulling up his pants. Does that make sense?
I think possibly. I had a neighbor that I was really close with. Honestly, that was my closest grandfather type relationship.
And he cared for you. Did he? Does he have no butt? And his pants were visible where, crack was showing a lot. I just, that's just what it looks like to me. And it looks like a t-shirt. And I do smell cigarettes. Maybe Winston?
I don't remember if he smoked, and he used to have, he wore the same outfit every day, not the same one, but he had a closet full of the same outfits. He was a very meticulous. But fortunately, I don't have any memories of butt crack.
I'm just seeing that it drops all the time, his pants, and that's why I was wondering if you would have seen it. But you were younger.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that you were younger? I got to make sure that I'm with the right guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was there from the time I was born, and he's actually the first person that I had a. I'm sorry?
No, I said thank you. Before I got this, because you got a lot of storms going on in your world, and I want to make sure that I had the same person stepping in to talk to you. So I needed to confirm that, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that might be him. He's the first person that I ever had a premonition or whatever about. I had a dream that he had passed away, and I found out the next day that he had. So, I mean, there's some kind of a connection there. That was when I was 18, though.
There you go. You're never alone. You're being assisted. So what he's doing right now is, okay, you said something about family. I'm being told that you need to rip the Band-Aid off and just get it over with. I hope that makes some sense with you. It's just like it's been pussyfooting around, and you just need to just rip the Band-Aid, okay? When it comes to family, I'm very careful, because I'm not telling you to kick this family member out, but you need to stand back. Do you get it?
I just did kick them out.
Stick to your guns, okay? Don't let it happen again. That's the key. Now, you also was saying, I don't know why, but do you have a car in a garage?
No. Unless I'm getting a gift sometime and I don't.
Do you need one?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you need
that I
one?
do. I'm looking, but I don't. I drive trucks though.
Okay, driving truck. My son.
I'm looking for a truck.
CDL. Now, the next thing I got was red. I when you said something with truck, I don't know why the color red just came into my my vision. So July is red, January is red. I like to, also, I don't know if it's your favorite color or if it's near you, but I got a flash of red when you started talking. Now,
I'll keep that in mind while I'm shopping.
I have a crossroad that appears to be it's really weird, because I feel like one way you go, there's a railroad track, and the other way that you go, there isn't. And I don't know if this is metaphorically or if it's actual. Do you go over? You're a truck driver. I can't ask that. Of course, you go over railroad tracks, but could the work or the place that you're going because I feel like where you need to go is going over railroad tracks, and it's very interesting. I don't feel like it's huge railroad tracks. They seem to be with only the flashing light and one little thing that comes down, so it feels more rural.
Interesting. Well, let me clarify something. I'm a tomboy. That's what I meant when I said I drive trucks. I drive them for fun. But it's interesting, though, because I had a house in North Florida that I really want to go back to that area. And getting to my house, I had to stop and go over a very rural little track like that didn't even have an arm that goes down. I don't know.
If it had it there, I think it might have broke off. Because I did see this little one, but it's very rural. If you're wondering, I see good things that way. I just feel, so if your crossroad is not going over this track, you've been considering going that direction, plus you already got rid of the Band-Aid, I think I'm going to sneeze, so excuse me. I'm going to put me on. Woo.
Bless you.
Excuse me. I'm
Bless
sorry. So you did say that there's more
No
things.
problem.
I think you're going to have less trouble with your decisions and directions. And you know, the man that is helping you, he says, this is interesting. He says if it quacks like a duck, it usually is a duck. So I
Yeah.
feel like there's something also in your circle that you already see some red flags and you're not hearing it. So here's another message from him. If you've been perceiving and you've been thinking of something, but yet you're like, no, that person wouldn't do that, or what, your instincts are right. That's what he's stating. So go over the
Yeah, I
railroad
think
tracks.
I've been seeing the red. I'm listening to the red flags, but I've been questioning it. You know, is that right? You know, a little bit. So that's good to
So
just
he's helped
firm
you
that
with.
up for me.
There you go. He's helped you with those, and he knows that you're
Yeah.
around. You know he's around. Now it's just going and taking care of you. It's your turn.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
I hope that I helped.
Thank you, Shell.
Very much so. Thank you.
Bye, Michelle.
All right.
You're my favorite
Well, stay
friend.
blessed. All right.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Sorry.
Sorry. We got about, let's see, 7 minutes before the next commercial break. I don't know if I got
And how long's that?
5 minutes.
Oh,
And then we have
I
like
might
a half
have to
hour
be
left.
up a little bit. I got to go upstairs to go tinkle, and so we'll do this one, but you might have to talk about paranormal stuff.
I was just seeing. I'm trying to catch up on some of the ones I had somebody texting me. I don't know. I might wait till we go to commercial break, but I was trying to figure out one of the calls I missed. So many have come on. Now I'm totally lost the text message.
Sorry.
Oh, I know. It's okay. Let me see if I can get this one.
Sorry. I love trees, but they hate me.
I don't know if I called the right number. Who do we get on the line?
Hi, it's Turquoise, Diva.
I did get you right. Okay, cool. Hey,
Hi,
Turquoise.
hi, Katrina. Nice to meet you.
That is an amazing name. I love that. Turquoise. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
It
Thank you
doesn't
so much for
matter
doing
how
this
you
for
got it.
everybody.
I love that you identify with it. That's beautiful.
All right, we got 5 minutes before commercial
Okay.
break. So this is your
What
5-minute
can I
mini
help
reading,
you with,
Turquoise.
Turquoise?
Okay. I've had a really horrible, since 2016, my mother passed. And the last 2 years have been the worst of my life. I'm having to take care of somebody that is stage 4 lung cancer. And I don't want to be mean, but he was supposed to last maybe 2 months. And I have to, I have no life. This sounds horrible, but it's really, there's nobody else that'll can help me with him. And it's affecting my mental health. And I just want to know, is there any way out of this for me?
Okay, first of all, I'm hoping to take some burden off your shoulders because that is the biggest part that is weighing on you. And when you said your mom, she showed me a woman with a large rear end. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's her.
And I want to say the panties that go, what we call granny panties, cotton, not satin, is what she shared. So she knew about our health and what was better for our bodies. Does that make sense to you? She's so sweet,
Yeah.
woman. First of all, she says that she has no pain and her mind is very clear. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, when it comes to our loved ones, this is very interesting. This might be so. I love this because see, I'm a scientist, so I gather information, and your answers are going to help me with an ongoing thing. Now, this man, it is a man that you're caring for, right?
Yes, he's my estranged husband. We were going to get divorced in 2014, and it was going to mess up his insurance, his 401k, and everything. So we just separated. But he's been back. He's been back here living with me since 2019.
Don't tell me no more, okay? I want to let you know, first of all, even if the marriage stuff, our maker doesn't bind us that way. I just need that you know that much, okay? Somehow I needed to tell you that. It might be on your head. Second, I see him going in and out of consciousness. I believe with my whole heart and soul that our souls and our meat suits, that's what I call this, our bodies, I truly believe that they can both exist without being together. Now, I'm talking to our souls because how else can I not? And there's no body there. But I also feel like when we are about to cross over, or persons that are having Alzheimer's, I find in my readings the mercy that I feel our maker does for us, because I have not spoken to one spirit ever in all of my readings in 10 years, going to be 10 years. None of them said that they felt the pain. They never, go watch any of my things, even today, they said that it's gone. They didn't say that their bodies were hurt. That's that, I believe, is that mercy of our maker, because I'm finding this man stepping over to the other side. Now, this may be to you, you may be seeing the body reacting in I got the right word, mimicking. You know how you drive home and you didn't really realize that you were driving? It automatically is doing it. The body does that. So you might be seeing it ticking. You might even see it itching. You might even find it talking, but not making any sense. And I feel like the soul is taking a break, because what I'm seeing is your mom sharing with me the man that you are caring for and losing your mind for, because of you are feeling guilty and you aren't responsible. This isn't, and they're taking care of it. He's already stepping on that, because I'm getting somebody that likes like Rat Pack music, like going to a jazz and have some drink on the side, like Sammy Davis Jr. kind of vibe. That's what they're doing, and it might even be in Vegas. But what I'm trying to share is your mom, this beautiful soul, is informing you that you are free of that. You need to take care of you. You can't do any more than, and just like the last reading that came up, I think it was Debbie Shamoli. She had said that her loved ones had gave her a stepping up, that her father was going to go. They're taking care of him. He's being taken. That ugliness that comes out on him is you don't need to endure that. I feel sharp words are being said. You don't deserve that. You didn't sign up for that, and it's okay for you to walk away. You got to do what's best for you. But I'm giving you the message from the person you care about, and please act accordingly on your behalf. I hope that makes sense. I have to do that for legal reasons.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll think about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Turquoise.
Bye, Turquoise. I love that name. It's so pretty.
Bye-bye.
Bye, hon.
All right, we gotta go to our last commercial break. We have about a half hour left with our guest, Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium tonight. We'll take more of your phone calls, but wait to call in till after the commercial break, because while I'm away, so I don't answer the phone during the commercial break. But we'll be back after the short commercial break.
I'll be back too. I'll be back.
intercepted a transmission of unknown origin.
Transmission? Out here?
SOS.
Human.
Unknown.
Alien. Certificate X. Exclusive engagement at the Odeon Leicester Square. Now.
Any systematized transmission indicating a possible intelligent origin must be investigated.
I don't want to hear it.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
If you are interested in discovering the truth about the paranormal and want to hear from leading researchers in the field, join Justin Brown on his 3 weekly shows named My Paranormal Soapbox, Necromancer Live Show, and the Supernatural Symposium, live on Facebook, YouTube, and
This is an APAC studio presentation.
Hi, I'm Barry, owner-operator of Barry's Barometer Barn. Lately, I bet you've been lying awake at night asking yourself, how many barometers do I really need? Well, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we think you need more than one. Otherwise, we're gonna go out of business. Remember, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we don't know the meaning of high-pressure sales. Come on, folks, buy another barometer. I'm trying to put my kids through college, I've got a family to support, and a secret mistress who isn't cheap.
Visit Barry's Barometer Barn, 000 Storm Drive. Come on, folks, buy a barometer. I'm Barry's older brother, Larry, and every time one of you people walk past the store without coming in, Barry beats me.
This has been a presentation from Tim Morgan's APAC Studio. For more almost professional amateur comic studio content, visit the APAC YouTube channel. Search APAC 2002. That's APAC 2002 on YouTube.
When Alex Gardner is asleep, he has an extraordinary gift. The government wants it, the scientists want it, but to keep it may cost him his life. It might be better if Alex didn't sleep at all, but he cannot resist entering the dreamscape. Can you? See Dreamscape in the West End and all over London now. Certificate 15. It takes an extraordinary adventurer to enter the dreamscape.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from Talkstream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do Voices from Beyond, the Cold Case Files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Heat 'em up.
Do, re,
You're listening to Paranormal Soup, bringing you the weird every Sunday night. Call into the show and join the discussion. The call-in lines are 219-230-4444 or 260-225-9419. Or by Skype caller ID oojblandoo or Jblandparanormalsoup. And now to your host, Jason Bland.
Tonight's guest is Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium. If you've been watching the show for the last 8 years, you're very familiar with her. If you're just joining us, you missed a lot. She always blows me away with these calls. From call 1 tonight, she's just been on fire. And, you know, it's only 5 minutes. There's only so much you can do in a 5-minute reading. That's what we keep it to. And like I said, she does live events. She does tour around. You can check her out. She has a Facebook page, Katrina Cooper, Spiritual Medium, and we'll make sure we get the rest of that info out. I got people on the phone already. Got a lot to get to and lot run out of time quick. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. And I got to get Katrina back in here. All right, we have you working?
Yes.
Okay.
Feel
all right,
better.
All right. I got somebody else on the line. Who do we got on the line?
Hi, you've got Janice from Canada calling.
Hey, Janice. Thanks for calling in.
Hi, Janice.
Hello, Katrina. Nice to talk with you.
Nice to talk with you. I have several Canadian forever friends. How are you doing?
I'm hoping you can fill me in on that.
Well, how would you like to work on this? What kind of question?
I wondered if you had health related, if you have any insight on health.
Okay, I'm doing a little scan. First of all, I have a person that looks. I'm being told that you're told that you look just like her. So it's either a grandmother or a mom or a sister or aunt. You are told that you look just like her. She's on the other side.
You broke up a little bit there, Katrina.
Okay, are you back? Can she hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The person that's stepping in to assist me in helping you has crossed over, but I'm being told that you are told that you look like her. So naturally, it's either an aunt, grandmother, or a mother, but you're told that you look like her. And it looks like it's the eyes. I feel like it has to do with your body type. Are you a little bit, I don't know. It just looks like more top heavy in the shoulders. And you look like her. I'm just telling you. And I don't know what you look like, but this woman is coming in and telling me that she's assisting. Now, when you...
That's what I was wondering. She was breaking up. Hold on a second, Janice. We lost her connection.
Okay.
Just give me a second. She'll try to pop back in. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. She said, I'm going to have to disconnect, go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, what's going to... Then you lose the signal. Then they downgrade your internet speed. I swear that's what happens. Oh, hopefully it lets her reconnect. What part of Canada are you from, Janice?
I'm in Manitoba.
Okay. Do they have fires there?
There's fires further north, and I know there's some in Saskatchewan, too, to the west of us.
I have a couple friends in Canada. Here we go. She's coming back in. It's showing her coming back in a second. Maybe. It shows her name in the panel, but it won't let me add her yet because it says device not connected. She's probably got to reset up her thing. I don't know. Or it's just taking its time because it's got bad internet connection. Yeah, it shows her trying to connect, but she's not. Oh, come on, Katrina. Well, she just disconnected again. She's going to try again. Yeah, been blaming my cooler summers all on you Canadians and your fires. It has been like a cooler summer. I don't know if the fires had to do it or not, but man, some of the air quality alerts we got this summer was like, oh my God. And now they got Hawaii totally on fire.
Yeah.
The hurricanes.
Yeah. We've had heat here, so.
Yeah, it's been hot.
Yeah, we've definitely had heat the last day or so. There's been some rain, but it's been hot.
Yeah. It's already started to cool down here. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I know summer's about over. Come on. Like, what's some more pool days? See, I'm not the psychic here, so we're going to talk about the weather. hoping Katrina can reconnect. Let me check my messages. She's probably just trying to reconnect. She's on a cell phone, guys. This is first time I ever had Katrina on the show was in her car on her cell phone, and that was back in the days we were doing Google Hangouts. All right, here this time I think it's going to work. Let me add her to stream. All right, we got you.
I think so. I'm surrounded with spirit everywhere in this car, and you won't believe what kind of hell I'm having. Okay, go ahead.
I'll tell you what. Our pre-sound check, something really weird happened tonight. I wish I could have recorded because it sounded like you had a spirit box coming through on your end. But all right, we can get back to Janice here. We got Janice on the phone still.
I'm so sorry, Janice. I'm getting back. I just forgot what I said. Can you please tell me the last thing you remember? So you can help me.
You were talking about a female coming through, and you weren't sure who it was, but you said that I looked like her.
Yes, and you confirmed the shoulders and everything. Now, the reason why is you asked me about medical, right? Your health.
Yeah.
The reason why I think she's the one that's coming up, you don't just look like her. I think she's going through the same thing as you. Does it seem to change on you? Like, one thing would be a problem, and then it seems like another thing seems to go wrong. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And when I do this, I feel like there's tension on my shoulders, the neck area. It goes down into my hips and my legs. Is that all of your? Does it go straight down like that?
Yes. Yeah, I carry tension definitely in my neck and shoulders, but also some sciatica.
Aha. She had these too, and I'm seeing like all kinds of medicine that you've tried. It feels like this doesn't work, and you have to try something else. And then I'm finding like maybe tummy issues. Are you experiencing like the either uterus or stomach?
Well, that's where we're looking at right now. I don't know what's going on.
All right. This is interesting, and I'm so glad that I could get my connection back. And I really believe it was her. I think that she has been trying really hard to let you know that, honey, if they suggest removal, I think that this is good. Now, I know that this is good, but for some reason I feel like because people can have parts of their bowels removed, and there's also people that have stomach staples that you don't have to have such a large. But for some reason, I feel like it's reproductive. I feel like it goes down to like the uterus, the lower end. So that could also be small bowels. I don't know, because I'm going to that region and I'm seeing that it being removed and it's being good.
Okay.
I'm not seeing, and I got a feeling that might be on your head. I don't feel like this is a cancer that you're having to worry about going throughout your whole body. I don't know why, but I got a feeling that you might have that fear, and I hope that you can confirm that, because she's letting you know you don't need to worry about that.
Okay. There was concern, but I'm glad to hear that.
And the parts of the body that I shared, those are you, right?
Yes.
Do you have a broken right pinky or a broken toe on the right foot?
On the right foot, no.
Then is it crooked and go inward and looks like it could be where it had been broken? Reason I'm looking at it, she's having me look at a toe, the right foot. So if it's not you, I'm wondering if you know that the woman that is assisting me, if her foot was like that, her toe, and it looks like it's either the baby toe or the one right next to it, but that tip goes off to the left inward, and that's why I perceived it as being a broken toe. I just see it. She shared it to me. Or do you go ahead?
That would be my mom.
Thank you.
That's my mom.
When they're with you, it becomes cloudy for me to know if it's yours or theirs, because they're with you, and that's what my connection is. So once again, she's letting you know that she's with you, hon. It's okay.
Okay.
I know that stuff is scary.
And yes.
Okay. The rest of it,
I have been told I look like. I have been told I look like her too, so that's a confirmation.
And I don't have a picture of you, so I could only tell you what they said. And you know what?
Okay.
It's like a pearl. It's an iridescent pearl. It has a creamy iridescent. I don't know if it's jewelry or if you just have something that is round and is iridescent in color. It looks creamy white. It may even be a globe or something, but she's sharing that with me, so I don't know if that's near you. Also, iridescent is October, because it's opal. October. I just shared that with you, so I don't know if that's around you or if you recognize this piece that she's sharing with me. It's only one.
I have crystals around me. So possibly
is there an
iridescent?
Well, I don't want to do it. This is round, so crystals can come in a ball. Those are my favorite, globes, but it is iridescent and it's definitely cream. It has a coloring to it. To me, I'm taking it as rainbows. Free, love, spirit. It could be irrelevant, gay. Our gay community also has our rainbow in there. Opal, that's what I was saying too, thanks, Chandra. So all of these are in, and opal's also October. So I don't know when you might have to go in for your testing, but my key here is that it's not going to kill you. You can get rid of it. It won't linger, and it's not going to come up as cancer. That's what she said.
Okay.
Helps.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Janice.
Keep me updated.
Blessings. Much blessings. Okay. Thank you.
A forever friend.
You too.
Probably can take like maybe one more call for the length I know the readings go. If anybody else wants to call in.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I know. It happens. I think we've gotten damn lucky tonight with you on the cell phone. I was saying when you were gone, I'm like, remember the first time you were on the show, you were in your cell phone in your car. Was that the time you had like the alien thing show up in the background?
I have a picture of it.
When we had
It
the growl,
was-
when we had the growl on the show. That was
Did.
right.
I look back and I'm going, I heard that. My son found the picture, and there are
That was
alien
right.
eyes in the back. Yeah, right behind
Have
me.
you seen the stuff? I didn't realize during World Wide Web of Weird. I think I accidentally had you muted if you were trying to talk to her, and I am so sorry. I was going to tell you that tonight. Did not mean to. But did you? What's your thoughts on the whole
It was an
Peruvian
accident,
thing?
but it was.
What's your
News to
thoughts on
me.
that?
I don't. Now you're asking me to remember.
Well, did you see the?
sorry.
Did you see the?
I think
Did you see the
everything
stuff
is
of the Las
possible.
Vegas?
I don't. I didn't see it. I heard it, and I think that if there's a hole in it, that's my thing. There's no background on it, and you couldn't take video if we're talking about the same one at copyright. But things that go, just appearing. I really believe that when there's energy pockets in every area of our Earth,
Peru would be a one.
like
All
Skin
right,
Ranch.
yeah, I love that show, by the way. All right, we got one more call on the
I
line
know.
here.
Me too.
How you doing?
Make sure you turn your any of the show off in the background or mute it. Who do we got on the line?
Okay. This is James Speake from Northwest Indiana.
Hey, James.
Hi, James.
Thanks for
I
calling
just had two quick. How you doing? I just had two quick questions for you. One was back like 15 years ago, I seen an owl that almost attacked me. That was over 6 foot tall, and it had babies with it. And then I seen Bigfoot a year after that. Is this something that's going to like keep happening, or is that like something I experienced and it's over with?
Well, that could, you're asking about speculation, okay? I feel like there are some people that are lucky. You may even be pulling your own energy, and that's what that veil is opened up. I believe that I think cryptids and I believe my hypothesis of string theory. Everything is happening at the same time. All you got to do is peel in the right layer, and I could go to places and see the past or whatever. So I feel some persons have that draw, just like how a dolphin can use sonar or whatever, know how far things are. There's some of us that can just do it. You could be that magnet, and with that right mix, you could probably see through the door and see these things that I believe are quite plausible, because all things need to be looked at, and I do think that they can walk in and out. It may even be on accident, and it just that glimpse of seeing something. So I would say, since you got 2 incidents, I wouldn't be surprised you possibly coming across it again. Sure.
Okay, interesting. And the other question was about I had a neck injury.
Go ahead, James.
I was just saying I had a bad neck injury for a while, and I actually am doing better, but I just wondered if it was possible to see how long I'd be continuing to deal with it, or if it was ever going to be back to normal.
Okay, when you said neck injury, I immediately started scanning, and I don't feel like I go too far down. It almost feels like I'm going like maybe 2 or 3 down from the base of the skull. Does this make any sense to you?
Yeah, it's from like C0 to 6.
I don't know. I'm not a physician in any way. I just stopped. It felt like I didn't go too far down from the skull area. And what's interesting is I'm finding that there are some, I don't know if you got a pin or something, but it feels like it's fused. It don't feel like it's moving, and the possibility of the right side kind of feels like maybe some nerve fibers are floating around. I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of that, but it doesn't feel like they're connecting right. I didn't say pinched. For some reason, I feel like they're maybe they're healing. Because I think nerve endings take a while, but for some reason they're not fusing right there. So, is the right side make any sense to you? Of me saying that, a dummy. I'm a dummy.
I have significant. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say I have significant nerve damage, but I'm not quite sure if the right side's worse.
Okay, I'm getting it on the right side, and it's interesting you were saying that because I didn't say pinched nerve. I felt like it, and damage would be maybe not being able to connect to it. So I want to let you know that I'm not finding this to go away. I wish I could tell you that. I just feel like there's not gonna get there. So I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I do. I hope, but I don't feel that it could. I feel like you can still have quality life. You can make different changes and some assistance, and maybe that fusion. I don't know. You didn't say anything about them putting, because I know that they can put, screws in your back or whatever.
Yeah, that was an option a while back.
Dude, I feel like if you immobile those pieces right there, that this can help.
Okay.
If you haven't had it done yet, because I did say that. Go back to what I said. So I feel like they need to be fused, or they need to fuse, and that's what. Please go back to what I said, and I'm going with you saying it hadn't been done and it was informed. I believe that that's going to help with quality of life. It's not going to take it away, but it does make it better.
No, definitely appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for calling in, James.
Yep. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, friends.
So, before we end the show tonight, too, I want to make sure everybody. So, if somebody wants a reading from you, what's the process? How do they get a hold of you to have like a further? Because these are 5-minute readings. Somebody saw chat's like, yeah, I can't do much in 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot trying to come through. You're trying to convey in a 5-minute call,
I do them 15, 30-minute, 1 hour. I do home readings. But if you contact me on Facebook, Katrina Cooper or Katrina Spiritual Medium, and I can set you up for, right now I'm about 3 weeks in advance. I'm booked in. All I need is a photo, connect with your loved one. I do past life regressions, and like I said, the only promise I make is that I will be honest. That's it.
When you do past life regressions, is that like you're just reading their past lives or seeing what they did in past life?
Well, it seems to come out in ways of explaining terrors, explaining things that you love or drawn to.
Right. Well, it makes sense.
I'm so sorry. I don't give you I don't usually tell you were the president from the years ago or anything like that.
They've all been bad. I would hope you wouldn't.
I'm just saying, I know, but when things come out and explain something that you've been drawn to or that pulls in, that helps me to fall down into that timeline that I said that I feel is string theory. You can tap into those because they don't go away.
Oh, somebody put her link in there. Yeah, this is the link. Thank you.
Did you guys lose me?
No, you're here. I was just seeing the links.
Oh,
Jamie's got
there.
that
She's
in there.
so sweet.
Facebook.
Thank you.
Somebody else put in there.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are just absolutely amazing.
And we'll get you and Rody back for the Halloween show, which is our tradition.
Yes, it is.
Everybody gets dressed up amazingly, and I half-ass it. And
I love those.
And we do spirit box. We'll take readings. We play psychic games. It's Halloween night. I think it'll be. What will it be? It won't be Halloween. I know that doesn't fall on Halloween this year. Well, I think last year didn't? Or was it the year before? Yeah, it'll be the 29th. for us.
Okay.
That'll be
I
our
can do the
Halloween show.
29th.
Yeah. I've left that spot open. I'm already booked into like November, I think, with Gus, but left that spot open for the Halloween show. But I highly recommend. I mean, I never paid for a reading from you because we met and we talked, but you blew me away the first time, and I've seen you blow people away on here on the phone, even in a short 5 minutes that they have.
Thank you.
Stuff. It's incredible. I mean, the first time we had her on, like I said, you were in your car on your phone, and we had this guest on. Remember, she was having this dark stuff happen in her home. And she had like the photos, and then and she's on with us, and you're doing a reading, and we got the growl. Remember the infamous growl?
I looked behind. I was like, did you hear that? I just heard a growl, and we got little eyes in the back in the video.
Yeah, she had some stuff going on. That was for sure in her home. And then like I said, I've been on investigations with you, and where I've been at a place and it's totally quiet, and then bring you in and you're like a little psychic battery, and we got stuff moving and getting EVPs and
Your wife's got some good stuff videoed when we were at the jail. That was
it's like I said, it's always great to go with you somewhere. So I hope when you come here in September we can get together. I don't know if we'll get to go anywhere like that or do anything like that, but just to get together to see the kids.
I do want to see them.
Yeah, well, maybe one day we'll get to all go on a ghost hunt together because they have been begging me ever since we went to St. Augustine Lighthouse with Rob. Like, when are we going to go on another ghost hunt? That was their favorite part of the vacation.
Oh,
that's get some real stuff to happen if you come.
Well, it happened. The only thing when I went to the St. Augustine, I was touching the walls and everything because that's what I do, and I'm like, I'm not feeling nothing. And Rody's going, well, feel here. Then the next thing we know, we hear, well, the original one fell into the water. This is a duplicate. And I was like, oh, I'm out of here. I didn't need it. It was. I had no idea until they started.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the kids, the best part was when Liam and Susan, it was Susan and Liam. Me and Dean didn't hear it, but they heard footsteps behind them, and then they were telling us a minute later that people hear footsteps down the hall.
That is
they got
awesome.
that little experience, but yeah,
Was
someday we'll have to get you on a ghost.
That was the building next door, right?
Yeah.
Look at me. I said, yeah, because I know that had ghosts, but the lighthouse doesn't.
Yeah, the lighthouse, I couldn't do anything because all these tourists are in there, and they're all like, I'm trying to go to the top and get quiet, and everybody's like,
you'll be wasting your time. You were in the right spot. That's where I brought my girls.
I felt it in the house too. Well, Katrina, I love you. And, Rody out there, we love you. We missed you tonight, but we'll see you in October. And thank you so much, guys. Definitely highly recommend Katrina Cooper. If you see her come to your area, check her out. Follow her on Facebook. You definitely should try to get to one of her events. But that's it for the show, guys. We will be back next Sunday, same bad time, same bad channel, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific time. Next week's guest is Peter Benson. We're going to talk about Tensor Energy and his healing energy tools called Tensor Energy. It's the first time we'll have him on the show next Sunday. See you then. Thank you to everyone who follows us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Keep sharing out the show, telling your friends about where the paranormal happens live every Sunday night. And thank you to all of our Patreons. $2 a month, $5 a month does help pay the bills. You can find us on Patreon under Jason Bland, Paranormal Soup. Thank you again. See you next Sunday.